knows and has expectations of, and he's obviously shown some potential. I feel like the pressure is more on him than Keegan's.
I know that he holds himself to a high standard, just from seeing how he interacts to losing a game.
There you go, penalties.
Definitely very important. Hold on, let me shut up. Let me let them get into it real quick.
It's the second time on penalty.
We got quickly, guys. Penalties, 3-2 Vitality. I got mine out there. Go, prediction.
Me too. For Vitality.
Go. I'll go Keegan's just to give you contrast.
Let's go, Brian.
Vitality all together.
Let's go, Let's go, Brian. Let's go. No!
Oh, I should have stayed with Keegan's. I should have stayed with Keegan's. Could I waited until after that first kick?
No, it's Neymar. It's Neymar.
No.
Oh my God.
That's like me in goal.
Let's go again. Let's go, Brian. Let's go.
Yes. All right.
Wow.
Nice. Nice, clean, calm finish into the corner.
Yeah. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. Miss, please, miss.
Oh. How did he look at that, though? How did he look at that?
No,
put your foot out.
You're gonna miss.
Yes. They all count.
Yeah.
As long as they touch the back.
He might feel the momentum shift now after that. Come on.
We got to make this the save.
Miss it. Yeah.
He's done it.
Back. Miss it, man. Miss it. Yeah. And get the score. Brian, please, Ronaldo. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Miss
it, man. Miss.
Oh.
No.
So who are you pulling for? I can't tell.
Oh, yeah.
We all took Vitality Rocky, but I guess he's down for whatever. Just misses. Just misses. Abdu wants misses. It's all good.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Keegan's got to make it.
You can miss it.
I can feel the sweat on this guy's hands right now.
This is
in the left.
Look at the courage to go right down the middle. I respect that.
Bold.
Here we go. We're in extra kicks now.
I respect
extra penalties.
Yeah.
Oh, what a save. What a save.
God.
Keegan. All right.
Oh, my God.
This is it.
It's Keegan.
He's got a big hole to come out of now. He's done.
And he got it. Keegan got it.
Yeah, congrats, Keegan. Congrats.
That was well played.
Well done.
Yeah,
under pressure, so much at stake right there. Changes the whole tournament fortune. He goes from now 1-3 Vitality, Brian, to 2-2. Now he only need 2 wins now to get there. I think Keegan's could feel a lot of confidence from that. So we'll see how he does in the next match. Obviously, that'll determine a lot as well.
Yeah.
Wow. That's exciting. I mean, I'm exhausted. There's so much emotion attached to all these games. Yeah. There's so much riding on it. You can feel these guys put hours and hours and hours of their time to get good at this game, and it comes down to these few plays. It comes down to penalties, and you can feel that weight, especially here being in this room with them. Oh, man.
That was intense.
It was intense.
It was.
I need to lay down.
I feel like we need to apologize to Keegan's. We all went against him.
I didn't. I mean, he can roll the tape and say that Jimmy actually went with Keegan's to start. But then I was like, I want to be with the group. I'm a team player. I want to be with the rest of you guys.
He's just all politically correct.
Blah. Let us alone. Blah.
Look, own up to who you rolled with.
I did. Okay. Well, there was a big story.
Jimmy's letting you know right now if there was something that happened, he would tell on you.
No.
He's like, I'm getting out of this. This is not good for my brand. I'm out.
I'm not a rule follower all the time. I can be. I pick my spots. So good games. I'm really looking forward to the next round of matches here before the day ends. I don't know who we're matching up with next, but there's going to be some really big ones that are going to determine the fate of the rest of this tournament for some of these players. And like I said, the amount of time that they put in and dedication, I have so much respect for how much work goes into these guys. It's really impressive. And as being someone that was a professional a while back, I'm a has-been now. There's a lot of similarities to being a good professional in any field, including esports.
And since you have the magic iPad, let's do some recaps. So who has gone through, who has solidified their spot? I know #Aggie is through. I know Dito is through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give us the scoop.
Well, before we get to that, though, can I tell you guys about the Twitch drop?
Get it.
If you guys want to link your account, your EA and Twitch accounts, go to ea.com/Twitch, linking for your chance to make it happen. And then you have an opportunity today to get a rare player packs. Gareth Bale, 90 rated left back, the FUT birthday. And then you have Paul Pogba, 91 in form, team of the week.
I want
30. I would take both of those guys, but that's just me. So if you guys want to do that, just make sure you link your account. Go to ea.com/Twitch. Okay, now I'll get to the iPad. We cool with that?
And hold that.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick break on that note. And then when the game comes back, we're going to have all the results coming at you.
So we'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
from the attacker. Taken the lead. That's the sign of a top-class player to score like that.
The most important piece of kit is your boots. You must take care of everything properly. It's a very demanding job, kit. You get a lot of respect from the players. My name is John Clark. I'm the proud kitman for Celtic.
Welcome back, guys. It is myself, Wolfie, are back, and last time we were here we had ourselves a guest. Now it would only be right to have ourselves a guest once again. Now sitting to my right hand side, instead of Chew Boy, we've replaced him with, let's not tell him, but maybe slightly better, in Spencer.
Oh,
how you doing, Spencer?
Feel sorry for Chew. Very good, mate. How are you boys? Enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm having a great day. It's been some amazing FIFA action for sure.
The goals coming in are making our jobs a lot easier as well. Being able to commentate over goals. The FIFA played by some people has been unbelievable today.
And some pros have been turning up. Have you been watching any of the games?
Been watching them all, mate. I mean, you must have seen the little Spencer's report. I've been reporting, boys. I've been busy. No, I've been watching all the games. Fantastic stuff. You know, we get to that point now where a load of people have just secured qualification with the 4-0 win. This is where you see people starting to drop out as well. You know, some people were out. Some people have just lost 4 for their opening games. They're gone. Some people are through. How does that affect your mindset going into the last game today?
I mean,
do or die.
Yeah, it's do or die. And with the competition format shaped the way it is, and we'll get to see it in a second, as you said, there's some people that are in those 4 wins already. It's over 3 days, though. There are opportunities for people that are even on the 3 losses right now to still go in and get those 4, should I say. And we've got here, we've now got 4 and out. Yeah, 4 and you're through. And it's tough. It is tough. But I feel like the format, the way it is, you're always playing someone on your record. Yeah. You get multiple chances. Now, if you can't get yourself 4 wins, you deserve to go home.
Yeah, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it ultimately. You know, it's not beat around the bush, boys. This is the most generous format there's ever been, in my opinion. You're getting so many chances. It's 2 legs. It's up to 14 matches of FIFA. You can't make it out. You shouldn't be here. Yeah. Like, you know, good luck to you and everything. Thanks for coming. Yeah. But see you later. What's interesting to me is the order of the games. You know, so you got some people, we see there in the way it works. Let's say someone's on 2 and 2 right now. Yeah. But let's say they lost their first 2. So what that means is they're coming off the back of 2 wins. They're feeling positive, but because if they've made it 2-2, the people they've just played are the other weaker opponents because they were also on 0 for 2. So now they're going into a 5th game where they can't clinch getting out of the group just yet, but they can get nearer to it. But they're now playing someone else who's on 2 for 2 that maybe might have won their first 2 games. So it's different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's different dynamics.
It's when you get your win.
You've got all sorts of different mentalities. You've got different dynamics as well. And again, on the PlayStation side, it's the same. That we've got 4 people on those 4 wins, which is hashtag Aga. You yourself there, Spencer, you'll be happy about that.
What a man.
We've got Dito, we've got Dami, and we've got Nicholas. Now, these guys, you would put these guys in some of the favourites for this tournament towards the end. So, I mean, it's no surprise to see those names there. Nicholas last time in Barcelona ripped it. Aga ripped it as well. You've got Dami, who has been performing well in Gfinity that Wolf and myself do, and Dito. I mean, he's been around the block. He's now with Man City. He knows what he's doing.
These lads are all potential contenders. We're going to see them play off against each other now. I think we're going to see Dito against Aga and Dami against Nicholas.
But before we do that, we have to get you guys to vote on what Xbox match you would like to see. We got you guys to do it for the PlayStation. Now head over to EA Sports FIFA's Twitter and vote for the next Xbox game. We've got Kurt, we've got Unilag Gorilla, and we've got another hashtag player in Ryan. So make sure you vote to let us know what game you want to see. And I think the hashtag is it hashtag next game FIFA?
It is hashtag next game FIFA. So make sure you get over to EA Sports FIFA's Twitter and put your vote in, because guys, they are all going to be massive games. We have also got a massive game.
It's worth pointing out they're all, well, Gorilla and Ryan are on 3 for 1.
Yeah.
So depending on who wins their games, they could be clinching their spot. Kurt's already got it, I believe. Kurt's 4 and 0, so he's through. Best player in the world is through.
He must be happy.
Allegedly.
He must be buzzing. He must be buzzing. But, I mean, we did say if there was ever a tournament for him to finally back up his talk, he has to do it now for me. And I've said that. I feel like there's been so much talk. There's so many opportunities. Now is his time. If he was ever going to win one, I think it is this one.
Yeah, I mean, I said it on my Spencer's report. Kurt gets a lot of stick for his kind of arrogance, if you like, his supreme confidence. And I like it, don't get me wrong. I think there's a place for it. I think he can be like almost like the Undertaker of the movement, you know, a little bit of the heel, the bad guy. But at a certain point, it gets a bit silly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you've had a certain amount of tournaments and you haven't even won one, then you need to kind of
back it up.
Wrap it up. It gets a bit embarrassing.
Because, I mean, the only example that I've used to describe Kurt before is Zlatan. The Zlatan of FIFA.
But Zlatan won a league everywhere he went.
Trophies. So it's one of those that you go, OK, Zlatan, I don't think you are the best. You say you're the best, but you've got trophies to back it up. So when Kurt has that trophy to back it up, it'll be a lot more like, OK, mate, you've won. I mean, fair enough. I'll give it to you.
Not everyone knows this, but he did actually Kurt took out a one-page ad in the Manchester Evening News saying you're welcome. No, he didn't. But I'm not sure he's got the budget for it. But he's the kind of guy that would have done that.
Yeah, he definitely.
But Zlatan does it. He goes and scores an unbelievable goal in his debut for LA Galaxy. Kurt does it, and right now he's delivered, to be fair.
Beat F2 Tex, got that revenge.
Huge.
He got his revenge. That was a massive game. And like I said, he seems to be backing up right now. But, like, in Barcelona, we've got to remember that he did also beat Tex in Barcelona in the Swiss-style format.
He did.
So that doesn't necessarily mean that because he's gone 4-0, we saw it in the last one as well, people that went 4-0 didn't go on to win the tournament. So that doesn't mean you're in there. So he, again, it's hard to say with Kurt, but but he can't get ahead of himself here. He can't think he's won it already because, I mean, Tex can come out from the Swiss-style format and beat him again. And or someone else could, hashtag Ryan can, or a Gorilla can. We know they've all got the ability to win. And everyone here, and everyone that gets through the Swiss format deserves to get through. And they've got the ability to beat anyone. So, again, he can't get too ahead of himself.
Well, I was just talking to hashtag Aga off camera there, and he said, you know, there's a potential that he could go 6-0. Someone said, how does that feel? He said, look, to be honest, all I really care about is getting out the group because it's irrelevant if I go 6-0 if I then lose my next game in the first knockout round.
Exactly.
Benedict Salzer, last time out, did exactly that. He smashed the group. Everyone's thinking, oh, maybe he's the favourite to win this thing. First game the next day, knockout round, he's done, he's out, see you later.
That's it.
You're gone.
So
thanks for turning up.
Just get in the 4. We say it many times, get the 4.
I think you've got to take it then game by game, don't you?
Yeah.
4 is the magic number. Get that, and then you can worry about it game by game.
Yeah, and then just come into day 2.
In preference that has taken your eye, or anyone that's impressed you the most out of you two?
I mean, genuinely, and I'm saying this, I'm sitting on the fence like I like to do a few times, but there have been so many performances that have come in and kind of you haven't expected or you have expected it. There's been a lot of big goal games as well that have come in. I mean, we've seen Mo Aubameyang beat NYC Chris 5-0. No one would have expected that before the tournament. We had Tex at the start. He beat Marcus 6-0 as well. You wouldn't expect that. You've then got the likes of Footwiz Honey Badger beating T-Mox. These are results that you would pick and you wouldn't pick before the tournament. So a lot of guys are kind of doing what they're expected, but then others are kind of teetering out. I mean, you've got Tass, I believe, at the moment. He's lost another game, or he lost his last game as well. And again, he's one of the strong favourites going in by name. But at these big tournaments so far, I'll be honest, and he'll probably be honest to himself, he hasn't performed to the level that people expect of him so far. And again, it seems like he's teetering out. But he can turn it around because that's how the Swiss style format
Well, that's
works.
what happened to him in Barcelona.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
lost his first 2 games.
We got back.
And he won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
So, you know, definitely don't rule anyone out until they've done their 7 games, until they've lost their 4. But what I think is interesting, we saw on the PlayStation screen earlier, is those 4 guys who have gone 4-0 on PlayStation, you said it, they were all people you'd have said had a chance of doing it. No massive shocks in there, which isn't something we're used to. We usually have, we talked about a bit of a Cinderella story, you know, with F2 Techs last time. Still got a few games to go, but of the 4-0s we've seen so far, I'd say they were all steady favourites.
I mean, you've got Aga, as you can see, his team on the screen. He's gone 4-2-2. Now, I mentioned it at the very, very start, the first time I was on camera, but it's a formation you see used a lot more by a lot of people.
This was always my go-to. I know you guys are big FUT Champions players as well. If I usually would play 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, but then if I was struggling, if I was a couple of goals down, needed to go more attacking, I'd always go to the 4-2-2. Create loads of chances with that formation. But it's very interesting they're starting with it because it can leave you a little bit open.
It can a little bit. Now, another form, it's very similar to the 4-4-2, which I started to use a lot more myself as well. But if your opponent does start scoring goals, that's when you have to consider switching to the 4-2-3-1 or something like that to be a lot more defensively solid. But from the games I've seen of Aga so far, he's been coming out, he's been scoring goals, he's been getting in his opponent's face, and I'm sure we're expecting to see a lot more of that here. He starts off with the kickoff, he starts off nice and sharp. Hopefully he can get himself an early goal and prevent an early goal from Dito, because the first goal, we say it in football, we say it in everything sports-wise, but the first goal, the first try, the first whatever you're scoring is so vital in high competitive competitions like this. It can really shape the game.
I think one thing worth pointing out here is these guys are quite good friends. Both stalwarts and like veterans of the scene in many ways, been around for a long time, but very different in age still. Aga just turned 22 this week, and Dito I think is around the 29 mark.
Yeah.
So quite a big gap in age, but they're very good friends. Great relationship between them. You got City, obviously.
Yep.
Dito recently signed for them. It's his first major tournament under their banner. You got #Aga. So I don't think there'll be any you know, bad feelings between the two players, whatever happens here. But and they probably played a few spar matches as well. You know, they're probably used to each other's game styles, but this is where it counts.
This is where it all matters. And have you had a chance to talk to Aga and see how he's feeling with the way he's playing at the moment? Because surely he's got to be happy, 4-0 at the moment.
Yeah, I spoke to him a little bit ago, and I mean, in fairness, he's not even just 4-0, because what's happened here, I don't know if you guys know, at the ESWC event in Paris last week, he actually lost his opening group game and then drew his second one, so he was ready to crash out.
Yeah.
And he changed some stuff. Since he's changed it, he's not only won that final group game and then all the subsequent knockout games to then win ESWC in Paris, he's also won every game there. So since he made the change, he's won every game he's played.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I hope that can continue.
I mean, you've got Dito on the attack right now with Henry, Ronaldo. It's a combination a lot of the pros have used. You see it a lot at the moment. It's very dangerous going forward, and it's a very physical front line as well. You've got 3 guys in Ronaldo and Henry who can mix it with the likes of Prime Maldini and Team of the Year Sergio Ramos, because there's a lot of physicality in them, or some people that do go for that Prime Ferdinand as well in that centre-back slot. It's kind of pick or choose, it's personal preference on who you go for.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the chat thinks.
And we've got a chance here early. What a tackle from Team of the Year Ramos. As I'm bigging him up, what a centre-back, what a tackle that is. That's a huge moment in the game.
That was a big chance for Dito as well, so Aga did very, very well. That was definitely a last-ditch challenge.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous, to be fair. I mean, he timed it to perfection. If he'd got that wrong, a red card this early on could have cost him big time. Dito's took a lot of the ball here.
He's in here, and there we go. He couldn't put a tackle in second time round. 19 minutes gone. We are 1-0 up to MCFC Dito.
Wow, and to pass it with that last pass, that's confidence, because players like us probably would have shot with that first time.
I mean, I would have shot about 4 passes ago. That's the problem. But that's why I'm sat here and they're sat up there. They're in the pressure seat, and I was
literally, before that goal happened, I was going to say in the chat, it would be interesting to see who they think is going to win this game. So type 1 if you think Aga's going to win, and 2 if you think Dito's going to win. It'll be interesting. I
worry I've jinxed him now, because I've just talked about how he's won so many games in a row. But
it's the commentator's curse.
You know what fascinates me about these games is so often, and obviously this sounds like a little bit of an obvious fact, but so often the team that has the best passing completion wins.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, I'll always say as a rule of thumb, you want around 90% minimum because that's what you need at elite level. And I saw the stat pop up a minute ago just before Dito's goal, and Aga had 87% and Dito had 95%. So that 8% difference was enough to get a goal. But you look at how much it's changed since Dito's taken the lead. Have you noticed how much more the ball Aga's had?
Yeah,
and how much more in his half is?
Yeah, previously you saw Dito kind of monopolising the possession. He had the most of it. He was keeping the ball, keeping it moving. But as you said, Aga's got himself a little bit more in this game. He's getting himself a little bit more of the ball. That is vital. Again, it sounds obvious, it sounds ridiculous, but having that ball not only makes you more offensive and more dangerous, it also stops your opponent from having a chance to get at you and score a goal, which is right now what Aga needs to do. He needs to get himself a goal. As he finds Ronaldo.
Oh, good finish.
Dito's looking dangerous.
He's up for it. He is clearly up for it. It's those square balls that are causing Aga a bit of trouble at the moment, isn't it?
It's the drag back there, it's the pass back inside. Hullet composing, low-driven finesse shot into that bottom-hand corner. Dito is being clinical right now. I think he's had 3 chances. The first one you feel could have gone in, the second one did go in, and the third one has now gone in. So Aga has got himself now in a position where he shouldn't panic just yet. I mean, there's only 29 minutes gone. If he gets himself a quick reply here, he is still well and truly in this game. Maldini does snuff that attack out. Marcelo's very high for him right now.
And I was about to say, how important is it to try and keep focus in a game like this? I mean, he's obviously got the 4 wins, but you don't really want to lose your 5th game, do you?
No, I mean, that was one of the things he did mention to me. I don't think he used the phrase, seeding isn't that important. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but what I think he's trying to get at is, you know, you've got to win your next. Once you get out of the groups, it's knockout either way, and you've got to be prepared to beat the best. Aga's already got his spot for the playoffs, don't forget. So top 8 doesn't mean anything to him.
Yeah.
He wants top 1.
Yeah.
He's got nothing else on his mind but trying to come here to win it, as I'm sure a lot of people do. So Dito, I believe, also clinched top 8 in Barcelona. Is that correct? Maybe he didn't, to be fair. I can't remember. But if he's going for that 8th spot as a minimum, as a target, it's a slightly different mentality. You're thinking like getting one more game. Whereas Aga's come, he's like, okay, what's the difference for me between finishing in the semis and finishing in the first knockout round? Okay, I get a little bit less money, but ultimately he wants to come and win. Yeah. So he's thinking, I've got to beat great players anyway. It's all about turning up in my individual match. I would argue, if he can use this to learn something new about his formation...
We've got another chance here. This could be another goal. It is another goal. That is 3-0 to Dito. Aga has hit that pause button. Some changes need to be made, because right now, 3-0 means that Dito is clinching this. But we do have 2 legs as well, guys. We have to remember.
Yeah, and this is the glass half full philosophy for me. But I'd say, right, if you're going to lose a game 3-0, this is the time to do it. He's already through. He's learning something about his formation now. He looks like he's switching potentially to a 4-4-2. So if this happens again in the knockouts where it really matters, what does he do? If he changes to 4-4-2 now, it doesn't work, maybe he won't go 4-4-2 the next round. 100%. So I don't mind the lesson being learned now. Of course, it'd be better for him to be 3-0 up, but learn it when it doesn't cost you, you know?
100%. It's games like this where essentially nothing is riding on this other than seeding. You can experiment that a little bit. Like I said, you go a goal down or a couple of goals up, you can change something. And if that change doesn't help you, you've learned that. You've learned that for the future. You've learned that for another situation where he could then be in a knockout stage, where, as you said, he goes 3 down, changing to 4-4-2. He gets back 3-3 in this. He knows to do that again next time around.
Yeah, I mean, equally, we're talking a lot about Aga. We've got to talk about Dito. This is very impressive from the
This is a very impressive display of FIFA. I mean, he is controlling the game.
Am I right in thinking three chances, 3 goals? He's been very clinical.
4 chances.
Yeah, but they've been good chances, haven't they? Like, they've not been pot shots.
Nah.
He's opened him up.
He's created the chances by himself.
They're probably what you'd call the perfect FIFA goal, wouldn't it? They're not just pot shots. He's actually played past... good defending. Played past the Aga's defence and worked good angles and got the space.
I mean, he's just looking... When he's holding that ball, he looks so dangerous, because obviously you can't attack him while he's got the ball, but then you are constantly afraid when he is coming forward. What pass is he going to make? Because he has switched it up. We've seen he's come centrally on some attacks, but then he's also gone wide on other attacks and squared it across. So to defend against someone that is playing so well and being so unpredictable, it's hard. And there we go. He's got himself back in that.
Good goal. That ball to, I think it was Ronaldo, was incredible. No, Hullet. Was it Hullet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ball into Hullet was very nice. Defence split, and then there we go. He's got himself back in. So changing to the 4-4-2 formation has got him a goal. So again, it might be something he looks at in the later stages and uses in the later stages. So maybe lesson learnt, but we'll have to see how this game ends and what happens. But I mean, it is a case, as I said, it is two-legged. So maybe he, even if he scores one more goal in this game, makes it 3-2. He's kept himself well in this tie, and 1-0 in the next game or 2-0 puts him through. So he's definitely not out of this, and he definitely has a massive opportunity to get himself fully back in this game.
Well, so far the tactic change is working for him as well.
Yeah.
He's switched the formation. He's managed to call a goal back.
Every shot on target has gone in so far for both players.
Wow.
And that, we talked about percentages, though, didn't we? I think Aga's goal there was the least percentage chance of going in, because they had that player on the line who he got a bit lucky with the deflection there, whereas Dito's been much more clinical. So, yeah, it's promising in the sense that it's changed things up and got a goal back, still got a way to go. What's your guys' thoughts on the fact that Aga starts Neymar off chemistry? I say off chemistry, he's on 7.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he plays him. He changes it in game, but his opening formation is Neymar right wing as a left winger.
Yeah.
When you've got every single player in the game open to you, how do you feel about that?
I'm not the biggest fan of playing players on 7 chem. I know there isn't that slight much change, but I don't know if it's just an OCD thing, or I feel like I don't want to use it as an excuse if I lose. But like you said, there are so many players to choose from. Maybe, what do you think puts Neymar apart from a player like Team of the Year, Messi?
Well, a lot of people don't like Messi's strength. They don't like his power. Obviously, Neymar's got the 5-star weak foot.
Yeah.
And I think he actually changes it in game. I think he plays Neymar left of the two attacking centre mids.
Yeah.
He goes 4-2-2 normally, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's doing now in the 4-4-2, but yeah, so he's got that 5-star weak foot coming in from the left. It's pretty dangerous. But I mean, yeah, there's loads of other options. If you really want to start Neymar, you've got the option of starting him on the bench for someone on chem and then subbing him in.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Boras actually does the same thing. They both seem to like him a lot.
I know Boris is a massive fan of that. Is it Savic?
Milinkovic.
Oh, Savic, yeah, huge player.
But
literally.
6'4", isn't it?
Yeah, he's a very big player. But with the chemistry thing, I think it's a lot of preference. If you've played 2,000 games with Neymar off chem, 7 chem, it's him having 10 chem almost doesn't matter to you, because you're so used to the shots he does make on that 7 chemistry. You're used to the dribbling he's got, the passing he's got. So the whole 7 chemistry thing in that situation is kind of null and void, because you're only working off, well, if he had 10 chemistry, he'd do this better, he'd do that better. But if you've played 2,000 games with him on 7, you know exactly what he does in each situation. So that kind of makes the extra chemistry void, because you've never played him on 10, so you don't know what he's like on 10. You're used to him on 7.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what you know. There's no point changing something up. If you're used to it, you're comfortable with it, because it becomes muscle memory in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
You remember what you've previously done or what you need to do. And if you change that up, that can change things massively.
There's always that thought of like, there's always that thought of, if he's this good on 7 chem, what could he be like on 10 chem?
They'll never know. They'll never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Position. But I think we're seeing a big result, big current score in the Honey Badger, Futwiz Honey Badger versus the NYC Chris game. Currently 3-0 up is Chris. Doing well there. It's a goal. It's a goal for Dito, 4-1.
4-1.
Henri, as we were looking away, checking out the NYC Chris goal, Dito's got himself another goal ahead. It is Henri. That looks like it is a sloppy one. But maybe that's a counter. Maybe they're even now on the 2 goals, because I mean Aga's was slightly fortunate.
I think that was a little bit more.
Looked, a little bit more, but that one looked slightly fortunate. Again, apologies. We were actually looking away to our left at another screen, checking on that result with Honey Badger and NYC Chris. So I actually missed that goal going in. But it's 4-1. No, don't panic. It's not panic stations.
See,
Keep
here,
self-composed.
Now, if you were Aga, would you try and sharp shop so you have a chance to not leak any more goals for the second game? Or do you go...
No, you've got to try and get one back. At least one.
You've got to try and get a couple back at least. Neymar.
Oh. I think one thing that's going to be interesting is what formation Aga starts the second game with.
Yeah.
Because he's been starting this 4-2-2 every game, and now it's not really worked for him here. Does he start something different? Can he start something different chemistry-wise? You know, we'll see.
You rarely ever see them start with different players, though, do you?
No.
They always
at this point, they're not going to change it up. They're, like you said, they've done thousands of games.
Yeah.
Probably planned the teams they're going to use here for a few weeks now, at least. So
It's a good block from Hullet there, a vital block, because if this went 5-1, then you're talking about there is no comeback here, and you're kind of accepting, well, not accepting, of course, it's never over until it's over, but there's a massive chance that you're not scoring 5 goals against Dito in the next round, or 6 goals it would actually have to be.
Yeah, 100%. And look, Aga is trying to force a way forward here, playing patiently, gets the ball.
That was a silly tackle.
Can he find... Oh. Was that the wrong side of the post he's gone for there? Would you try and go left?
Maybe across the keeper. I mean, across the keeper, near post, it just wasn't enough purchase on it. It was slightly too slow. A more powerful, low-driven shot would have beaten De Gea there, but he got down low and fast. And Dito's dived in twice now, one with Hullet and one with Vieira there, into a tackle that potentially he doesn't need to make. I mean, he is 4-1 up here, and he's making a few decisions which I'm not so sure about, and I'm not so sure why he's forcing tackles in positions there, because he doesn't need to make them. Kevin De Bruyne has come on here. We've also
Ramos,
got Sergio Ramos very high. Last position you want. Ronaldo, that's a great drag back, but Marcelo has placed himself very, very nicely to snuff that out.
He was probing there. He's trying to get that goal. It's so hard to defend inside the box without trying to snatch it and maybe take the player out and get a penalty. We saw it earlier, didn't we, with, I can't remember who it was. He was just defending on the edge of the box, took out the player and gave a penalty away. It's that easy.
You see it happen a lot on FIFA, as you said. He's just holding the ball up, waiting for an opening, and then the defender does a bit of rash tackle, and it gives you that opening. It gives you that penalty chance. And that is a wonderful ball. That is a wonderful goal. 84 minutes gone. Kevin De Bruyne, a substitute he has just brought on.
Yeah.
I know Aga's a big fan of him, bringing him on as a sub. He has started him in previous tournaments as well, and he's come up trumps from there, because 4-2, that's a vital goal. If it stays like this, obviously 2 goals to take it to extra time and penalties, or 3 goals to take it to a straight win. So it's a much better position to be in.
It's a great finish, but I'm actually surprised he didn't play the pass, because De Bruyne was there, keeper came out, he'd have had similar to Dito's, I think, second goal.
Yeah.
He'd have had the parallel pass into the box, almost guaranteed goal.
Open goal.
And I'd say, I almost certainly, if I'd even picked that ball out, would have shot in that scenario, because I wouldn't have seen the pass. It's easy to do it when you're watching, you know, from here. But usually you see the pros go the extra mile.
Yeah.
So I was surprised he hit that.
Sometimes that's overcomplicating it, though. You see, there's sometimes you're like, oh, if you just shot that, probably go in, and they try and find that extra pass, which then gets blocked or intercepted. So it's a tough one. It is that split second decision that you have to make that can either make the goal or not.
But it comes down to personnel as well. Let's remember, these guys have got every single player in the game at their disposal.
Yeah.
When you've got the best hitters of the ball, and Kevin De Bruyne is definitely amongst them, you've got to trust them a little bit more. You know, if you're playing at home with a little bit more of a starter squad, and you've got some, 82 rated striker, you might need to do the extra pass.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that is that wrapping up. Again, that is the 90 minutes done of that one. We
first
have
leg,
that's the first leg. We have got the second leg to come up. But I mean, from the way that game started, as I said, it's not the worst position to be in, because a 2-0 here in the next game could take it to extra time and penalties.
Yep.
A 3-0, which we know is going to be hard against Dito. He's playing some great FIFA here. And obviously, they're both 4-0. They're both deserve to be in the position they are. They're both playing some great FIFA. So it was always going to be a great match to watch. And that is what's happening. Dito was clinical. He got his 3 chances, or first one was saved, but the other 3 chances he had, he finished.
Yeah, like you said,
that was the difference.
Like you said, it'd be interesting to see if he switches up the formation. Does he risk it, or does he just say, right, I'm going to stick to what I know, play my game, and just see if I can outplay him in this round?
Yeah, I mean, the key thing here is can you stop Dito scoring?
Yeah.
Because it's one thing scoring a couple of goals, which Aga needs to do, but realistically, I think he's going to have to score 3 or 4.
Yeah.
If he keeps a clean sheet against Dito, that would be unbelievable. But I think the formation choice, as you say, that he starts with is going to be key. Will he go with that 4-4-2? Worked pretty well for him there. I mean, since he changed it, it was, what, 2-1 to Aga?
2-1 to Aga, yeah.
So, not too bad, but he still needs more than that in this leg to get the extra time opportunity. He needs to win by 2 clear goals.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. Either way, if he loses, he goes on to play someone else on a 4-for-1 record. Maybe he'll fancy himself more in that situation. But Dito is definitely one to watch right now. I mean, runner-up in the FIWC final last year.
Yeah.
Could go the distance.
He could. And while we wait for the second game, should we head to another game? I've just seen Honey Badger has scored. Let me try and work my magic here. Right, so if I go boom, boom, boom.
Lovely.
Look at that.
Look at
Seamless.
that. Hey, it's
Seamless.
like you've been doing this for years.
He gets the goal. We saw a late, low-driven goal by Pele. I think that puts him up. We will check in a second. I can't remember the score.
I think it was 3-0 in the first leg, so that will be 3-1 on an aggregate, I believe. to NYC Chris. Just to confirm, it is actually popping up. That is correct. So Chris is currently 3-1 up at the moment. Honey Badger's got some work to do. Chris, again, experience-wise, he's been around the scene for a while now. He's been at quite a few tournaments. He's always done really, really well. So this is a tough opponent that Honey Badger has to try and score 3 or 4 goals past now.
Yeah, it's going to be... It's doable. I mean, 3 goals isn't the worst case, but it is a big mountain to climb.
The thing about Chris is he's got to be one of the nearly men of FIFA for me. Like I feel sorry for him. Lovely guy, gentle giant.
He's Buffon.
But he's come so close in multiple tournaments.
And
last
that's a
year.
goal. That is
Wow.
a lovely goal from Ronaldo. That is a cross you don't see very often. A little chip into the middle of the box. R9 Ronaldo has come up clutch and scored it. 2-0.
Wow.
This early
That's
on.
early.
This is a big game now.
Is it happening again?
You were literally talking about it.
Usually you see him get out the group, and it would be like maybe a first knockout round or somewhere thereabouts that he'd collapse. But you know, he does seem to have this in him. He shows moments of brilliance, but doesn't see it through. Not consistent enough to actually get his hands on some trophies. You know?
Is that pressure?
I mean, it sounds bad and it sounds mean, and you know, we're certainly not at this level. But I just wonder if he's just not quite on the pace with some of the bigger guys. You know, they can't all be. There is certainly an upper echelon bracket of players that I would say there's probably less than 10 names, some of which aren't here, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I put Rocky in that category normally.
Yeah.
And this year's not been his year so far. I know he's at home watching. Bonjour, Rocky. He did a tweet earlier. He said he's been watching some of these games, seeing scorelines like 11-10, 9-8. He's like, maybe I'm better at home on the sofa. But we did see him included in the French national squad recently, which they tweeted out. So I believe he might be making a return.
Maybe the comeback.
The comeback could be on.
Well, we've seen plenty of Rocky comebacks over the years.
Yeah.
Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4.
Return of the Rocky.
Someone had to do it, didn't they?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, at the end of the day, as you said, someone has to lose 4. For someone to win 4, someone has to lose 4. That's the way the Swiss format works. There are going to be some very good people that go home. There are some very good people who haven't actually made it here in the first place as well. But is it happening again for Chris? I know what you mean. He's showed moments of brilliance, but then there's something that he just doesn't seem to.
And it's this one.
He's probably scored as bad
defending.
Malvin him in a weird
Hold
way.
on. Oh,
That's Vieira. Of all people, Vieira, and he actually scores. As I'm saying, when the moment arises, sometimes he doesn't answer the call, and Vieira has answered the call.
Do you realise the importance of that goal? Patrick Vieira, manager of New York City,
He's
scores for New York City.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Also, I'm just going to ask you the question here, but how do you feel about the next round? Hashtag Ryan is playing hashtag Harry.
Is that happening?
That is happening, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we've got to get that one on stream, haven't we? That's unbelievable. So I was pretty confident it was going to happen at some point. You know, we've got 5 players in the tournament here. 3 of them on Xbox. There was always a chance in the Swiss format they were going to match each other. The good news for hashtag fans listening and watching is that one of them is qualified.
Yeah.
Because they're both on 3 for 1.
Yeah.
So if someone wins that game, they qualify.
Yeah.
So that means hashtag I've got 2 guys through. The bad news is that one of them is going to lose, and they'll be 3 for 2, which means they'll need to win one of the 2 games we're going to do tomorrow. So it's not a bad position to be in, team-wise. I mean, these guys have played a lot.
Chris might score another goal here, but David De Gea has saved Honey Badger here.
Still not. Vieira can hit a smacker. We know this.
He's already done it so far. There we go. Vieira has snuffed that out there.
Yeah, these guys have played a lot against each other, Ryan and Harry. Probably I'd say maybe more than anyone else in the FIFA scene.
Really?
So they know each other's games very, very well. Spent a lot of time in the HQ, so it'll be an interesting one to see.
So they play weekend league next to each other, don't they?
Yeah, literally.
So they must know each other inside out. Oh, what
Here
pass!
we go. Here we go. Another goal.
Sublime.
That is a lovely feat, and this is a serious game we've got on our hands here as well. Also,
He sent Ramos to the shops there.
he did. He might need a ticket to get back in the ground. See you later.
Is it
and it's Marcelo.
It's Marcelo.
It's Marcelo who's actually gone. But
Wow.
as I throw that question over to Spencer, it's just I have to say, Spencer, always answer it so professionally. You know, you're always ready for every question thrown your way, no matter what.
Not my first rodeo.
He's got notes in his jacket pocket.
He had no idea the fixture was even happening.
No.
I threw it at him. I threw a red herring at him, and he handled it brilliantly.
Yeah, that's what he does.
But one thing I think is very interesting is the honey badger is considered one of the world's most ferocious animals.
Yeah.
Are we seeing one of the most ferocious comebacks in FIFA history?
Oh,
he's a man with the words, isn't he?
Here we go.
Oh, he tried to do what Honey Badger did to him there.
He did.
Honey
He tried
Badger
to
read
embarrass him a little.
He read it. Honey Badger is also one of the most illiterate of animals. Very good at reading things. That's not true, obviously.
Where are you going with
I was
this?
literally thinking,
Where are you going with
reading
this
what
one?
exactly?
Yeah,
Have you
that's
ever
a bridge
seen a
too
honey
far.
badger with like the encyclopedia out in front of him? Going,
Hold on,
"Oh,
we've
yes,
got a
I didn't know
chance."
that." But here we go. As I'm talking
dragged it.
craziness, we have R9 dragging a shot just
Have
wide.
you guys used Patrick Vieira a lot? Because I find him one of his stats don't necessarily back it up, and I know he's not a percentage player in terms of shots, but I'm telling you, I reckon 90% of the shots I've had with Patrick Vieira have gone in. Most of which are outside the box. His shooting is unbelievable.
See,
I
I
play him.
don't shoot with him.
Yeah, I play him CDM, and I don't let him leave my half. He's just sitting there.
I do as well, but I don't have a lot of shots with him. You're probably talking like 20 shots ever.
Yeah.
But like 15, 16 of them have gone in, maybe more. So
Here we go.
Chance.
This is a massive chance, and that's a massive goal. 4-1.
4-4.
What
Ferocious.
are we
I told
saying?
you, the Honey Badger.
Ferocious. Boy, all right, wait. Can we get that in?
Yeah, go on.
What did you just do? Yeah,
The
I
Honey
want a
Badger.
replay. Yeah, there we go.
Honestly, that's ferocious.
I just needed to see that again. I needed you guys at home to see that because that was top draw. But no, what a finish that is from Pele. And this game has been turned on its head massively from a 3-0 lead to 4-4 overall. I mean, what a game. It's not even half time yet.
Yeah, I mean, is this another game that's going to go to extra time and penalties, or who do you think?
You got to ask yourself what Chris is thinking right now. Is he thinking it's happening again? It's happening again.
It's happening again. Please,
Steady,
no,
Chris Lito. It's happening again.
Well, that's half time. We can either stay here, or do you guys want to go back to Aga's game? It's just started. It's kicked off. What do you reckon? Should we head over for a bit?
We could join this one later on, couldn't we?
Yeah,
Still got another half to go.
See what's going on.
Let's mix it up. Here we go.
There we go.
So
Look
we're
at
back.
that. That was so seamless.
Oh, mate, I'm
Sorry.
There's a career in vision mixing for you yet, you know. Honestly. If it all doesn't work out, then there's a vision mix backup. Stick it on the CV. You've got the credentials now.
Yeah, we know what we're doing. And you've got an example. Just download the VOD of this. You've got an example of you doing it in action as well. So here we go. We have Aga. Now, I didn't actually see what formation he started this game
It
in.
looks like 2 up front, because where Ronaldo is positioned there. It could be wrong, but I think he started with the 4-4-2 again. Which is interesting, because it means that he sees this now as his plan B. And this is probably the first time he's had to use it in the tournament. If it works out for him, he knows he's got a decent plan B to go to.
Yeah. I mean, how vital is it to have a plan B? Because we see some players that they just stick to what they know and they just hope that it gets them through a tough patch.
Well, I mean, it's essential, right? It's something that comes from real football as well. You know, teams generally that only have one way of playing, whether it's tiki-taka, whether it's long ball football, whatever, they won't. Their percentage chance of winning multiple games over a period of time is lower because you have to find ways to win games. Now, in FIFA, you don't see it so much. You don't see people subbing on Peter Crouch or Andy Carroll to go long ball. It's not as effective. But having a plan B in terms of possession, in terms of formation, opportunities is crucial because sometimes you come up against, let's say 4-2-3-1 is your chosen formation. You could be very, very good at it. But one day you're going to come up against a guy who's better at it than you.
Yeah.
And just like in the FA Cup, when you've got a minnow who comes up against a massive Manchester United, any formation...
Massive chance here, as we're saying, for Neymar into Ronaldo.
Oh,
and there we go, there's the goal. Massive chance.
Wow. I mean,
that was
the
a massive
keeper
chance.
could have done better there, but he'll take it. #Aga. But yeah, the minnow going up against the giant, doesn't matter what formation the minnow picks, the giant is going to be better at it than them because they're professionals, they play every day, they play a high level. But if the minnow can find a formation which they don't like to defend against, be it long ball, whatever, it's the same in FIFA. Everyone has formations they're more susceptible to. You've got to work out, but I do think every single good player, and I think one of the character traits that they all have, is not only having multiple formations at their disposal, but being adaptable on the move. And one of the most underrated skills in FIFA is actually being able to play and simultaneously...
hang on, guys. I'm sorry. I need to cut you off here.
Unbelievable.
Because we have got the Honey Badger game.
It's already there, bro.
What?
It's already there. Just do that.
I've just seen it. Unbelievable.
There we go. Look at this. He's scored a left foot with R9 Ronaldo. He is now 2 goals ahead on aggregate.
And when you switch that,
down? He was 3-0
He's 3-0 down. He's now 2 goals
everyone
ahead.
wants to score at the moment because Dito's just equalised.
Oh,
Because
Dito.
Dito's just equalised. Everyone is scoring goals. So we have Honey Badger 6-1, which puts him 6-4 on aggregate, and it's happening again.
I think that
Spencer.
might be the biggest swing of the tournament so far. 3-0 down to 6-4 up.
Yeah, wow.
That's the double Istanbul.
That's not looking good for Chris.
That is a crazy swing, a massive swing. And Honey Badger is in on goal again as well, by the way. So we'll keep you up to date with as many scores as we can.
Boom,
and
he's just scored.
As I said there, he
7-1.
has literally just scored. It is 7-1 to Honey Badger.
That's officially a double Istanbul now. He's gone from 3 goals down to 3 goals up. Six goal swing. Fair play to the Honey Badger. He's got his fangs out and he's dug them in.
He is ferocious.
Yeah, I told you.
He is ferocious
I'm not
right
gonna
now.
lie,
He's going for the throat.
I told you Chris had a history of being a bottle job. It's happened. I
He's
told
thrown
you
it out there.
Honey
He's thrown the
Badgers
bottle job
were
word out there.
ferocious, and he's been ferocious. You know what I mean? Mystic Spencer is what they call me.
I mean, it's harsh but fair from Spencer there, I feel. And Dito is looking very clinical and very decisive right now in what he wants to do. And he's cutting holes in Aga at times, but Aga has enough to keep him at bay at this time. And this is a great game as well. There are so many good games going on right now. And guys, the FIFA on display today has been incredible. I keep on saying it, and I'm going to keep on saying it.
A lot of high-scoring games, a lot. We've got 7-0s, 6-0s. I've seen some 8. I think there was like an aggregate. There was nearly 10 goals. I was like, that's crazy. But as you can see here, Aga's defending well. Maybe this 4-4-2 is going to be well. Oh, I thought he was going to be away there. Is going to counteract well against Dito's formation. He seems to be in the game a lot more than he was in the first game.
I think this is one of the highest quality games we've seen so far, and sometimes to the naked eye it doesn't always look that way, but what you want to look for when you're watching a game of this quality is a lot of off the ball movement. So look at Ag on the ball now and keep an eye on the defending player that Dito's using, where that red cursor is above his head, what player he's using. So often you'll find that they'll be using a player that you wouldn't use in that situation, and they'll be actually letting the AI doing that certain element of the defending for them. And one of the things I was just saying earlier before the Honey Badger goal is that I think one of the most underestimated skills in FIFA is actually being able to, whilst playing yourself and concentrating your own game, simultaneously read your opponent and learn
what he wants to do.
what he's doing well against you and change it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as being as clinical or decisive as you are, you need to make sure you're reading what your opponent wants to do, and that's a difficult skill. And Aga's got a chance here. Backstick on reverse Marcelo, and there we go.
And that is exactly what I've been saying about players using Henry as a right cam or right winger. He wins them aerial duels against the fullbacks.
Messi's not doing that, is he? Messi, that's not a goal.
No, if you've got Messi there, he is not scoring. I mean, even if you've got the likes of Henry and maybe even players like Ronaldinho, you're not winning those chances in the air. But using that Henry in that right mid position or wing position or far right, wherever you want to play him, situations like that, as Wolf rightly said, he scores those, and they are high percentage chances for you. It is now 5-4. This game is tight. This game is tense again. But I see a lot of people, and I saw someone mention Salah in the chat. So a quick reminder to everyone that is in the chat, you can link your EA and Twitch accounts at www.ea.com/Twitch linking, and you have got yourself a chance to win the Twitch drops, which is Mohamed Salah 91, right wing in form, and Michael Owen 91, icon striker.
Wow. Get on it, guys. Get on it for a chance to get that reward.
So make sure they are linked, otherwise you could miss out.
Link 'em.
Link 'em. Do it.
Abraham Lincoln.
I've linked mine.
Abraham Lincoln. Oh, you could.
This is a great game, by the way, this match. Since this formation change from Aga, it swung from 3-0 to Dito to, since that goal, Aga's winning 4-2.
Well, I mean, since he's been 4-4-2, like you said, it's been 2-1-2-1.
Yeah.
So far. So
like I said, when he went 3-0 down, you know, if he loses this game, so be it. But he's learned something very important, which 100%. Is his go-to formation, the 4-4-2, works against high-caliber players. Almost every shot in both these legs is going in.
And
yeah,
we'll quickly switch to the dying minutes of the the Chris Honey Badger.
I mean, for this lead, 3-goal lead, he's won this game, hasn't he? And And Chris has got to be kicking himself, and he might even add more salt to the wound.
Oh.
And Pele's gone with the wrong foot there.
More salt to the wound that was opened up by the honey badger's teeth.
Yes.
That's
The
a physical, metaphorical
ferocious
wound.
honey badger has opened up a wound, and there is some salt been put in it.
If you've just tuned in, guys, this game started 3-0 to Chris. It's now 7-4 to Honey Badger. That's football.
That's FIFA.
There you
That
go.
right there is FIFA. That's football. That's FIFA. That is a huge swing in momentum. And coming off, we mentioned this earlier with the Swiss style format, but coming off a win like that, it gives you a lot of momentum going into your next game.
Yeah. Totally. And what I'd love to know here is, what did Honey Badger change? Assuming he changed something.
Yeah.
What did he change? Because that bigger swing is unbelievable, really.
Penny for his thoughts right now, or his tactics.
Yeah.
I'll try and grab a word with him when I'm not at this desk and see what he did change, because, as you said, that has to be the biggest swing in this tournament so far. And what has created that? What's created that swing? Is it change of mentality? Is it change of formation? But we are back here with Aga and Dito, and what a competition, or what a game, what a matchup this has been between these two, because these two are playing some brilliant FIFA right now, and it's producing brilliant games once again.
And talking about change, it's interesting to see, seeing as Dito is such an experienced player, why he hasn't decided to change his way of playing at the moment to try and counteract Aga, because obviously he's on top at the moment. Aga's responded and reacted to that, which shows great maturity and great experience. It's interesting why Dito hasn't done the same thing.
Well, when you got 3-0 up, and yes, since that you've conceded a few more goals, but you're going to be feeling a level of confidence. And he scored a couple of goals since then as well.
Here we
he
go.
may or may not have a plan B, but he probably doesn't feel like he needs it. I tell you what, if he concedes here, he will, though.
Yeah, if he concedes here, he needs another plan.
He's still got Aga to Vieira. He's trying to find the space.
See, this is the difference between elite level and myself. Here, I would be rushing, whereas Aga's still taking his time, maybe a little bit too long in the end, but around the edge of the box, that's where you need to make the right decision. Otherwise, it can cost you. And Team of the Year Ramos is head loss, and Ramos has been that for a few FIFAs. Wolf knows that. I've used him pretty much every FIFA, and he
loves the challenge.
He's got a tendency to do that every now and then.
100%. He loves challenge, and Aga,
that's a massive mistake, and he couldn't quite capitalise on that mistake. But this game is starting to get really, really close now.
That's right. Aga needs that one more goal to level it up on aggregate. Is he making some subs?
De Bruyne again. He got him a goal off the bench last time.
Let's get us in here so we can have a look. So he's put. Oh, is he making any more changes?
He's put Maldini in as well. Interestingly,
he's sticking.
Substitute Maldini in at that right centre back position.
Interesting.
Changing to the 4-2-2.
Is he going to get De Bruyne on? I thought so at some point. He scored for him off the bench last game.
Sticking with Henry.
Henry did get that header at the back stick.
I was saying to Mav, these pros must have these custom tactics on memory.
The speed at which they do them is frightening.
It's actually crazy. Like, my fingers cannot move at that pace.
That's just pure muscle memory, because they don't even... They do it so quick you can't even see what's done.
Yeah.
They just know what's happening.
Exactly.
You can do it with their eyes closed, probably.
So it looks like, as we can see, there's a bit of like a pause. Dito must be switching it up. He must be thinking of something here.
Well, here Dito has gone right. Aga's putting some pressure on me, surely.
Look at this timing, by the way. Oh, I mucked it. Absolutely mucked
you
it.
called it. That's like when you call a nutmeg.
I know.
And you don't do it. You've absolutely...
that was like at the pickup game yesterday.
Speaking of that pickup game, we should talk about that. Shout out to everyone that turned up. We had a good little session, didn't we? I was there 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you played like 15 games in a row or something, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we had a great team to start. We had the likes of myself, Jimmy Conrad. We had Matt HD Gamer.
Yeah.
We had...
AKA the Cat.
A Cat HD Gamer, we called him.
Cat
Making some great
Gamer.
saves. We had Wes Tanso, hashtag United fame. We call him the White Kante.
Yeah.
We had some unbelievable player, Mariusz Jepsef. He's one for the FIFA...
Was he skilling?
Skillers.
He was too many skills.
Too many.
My liking. 5-star skiller. But he did actually ruin one guy, sent him on the floor, Jerome Boateng style. It was good. But,
wasn't Chew Boy, was it?
That's Chew. That's how Chew got hurt, is it?
But it was, if anyone remembers, well, not remembers, but Marius has been
Detail
around
with a
for a long
chance here,
time.
and it's saved by De Gea.
Let us know in the chat. Marius made some great FIFA videos over the years. And then we did a sort of substitution halfway through. You guys got involved. We had Chew Boy come with the old glass ankles moment.
Yeah.
Aga's in down the line with Ronaldo here.
There's
He's
Henry.
Back to Henry, who's actually been marked
By
on this
Henry.
occasion by Vieira.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was. I thought it was Vieira.
It was Vieira.
Yeah, you're right.
Now,
you're right.
in that situation, Vieira beats most people in the air.
Yeah, he does.
This game's firing up, you know. There's going to be a goal. I'm not sure what way.
There's one more goal in this, and which way that swings is vitally important.
It'd be interesting to see what Dito's done to switch it up. It looks like he's got a lot more space in the midfield now. Aga currently...
He's just being patient. He's
just
waiting
marshalling.
for that hole. Can he find the hole? Because right now it's being closed by Aga. And please don't commentators curse me here. But that's very, very good defending. It's not quite gone out as of yet. Somehow that has stayed on. That must have been a cat's whisker that kept that one in.
That's an interesting description.
Here
right
we
there.
go. And that's the problem
Specifically
with
a cat's
possession.
whisker.
Yeah.
No one else. Super small whiskers.
I mean, what other animals have whiskers that you can think of off the top of your head, off the cuff?
Dogs, bears,
Badgers.
honey badgers.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something along those lines.
Okay, free kick to
Lions.
Aga. Is he going to...
One off the training ground. Spen's just going to be pinging off animals with whiskers for the rest of the stream now, isn't he?
Let us know in the chat if you know any animals with whiskers.
Here we go, big chance. There we go. That is drawn it level. We said the next goal was important, and it is turned Aga's way.
Yeah.
5-5.
That's a very good finish. See there, I would have shot. Got blocked, but he passes it on and gets that goal with Henri.
I'll tell you what, he scored that one by the whisker of a hippo.
The whisker of a meerkat.
I'm not going to live that one down.
Who hippos
really
have whiskers?
That
That's the big debate. Not who's going to win. What animals have whiskers that we don't know about? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah. I want to see
This is cutting-edge journalism, guys.
We're going to get some weird animals we've never heard of before.
Do hippos have whiskers?
Apparently Bale has whiskers. Pogba. Oh no, they're just typing that.
They're just going for the rewards.
In the chat. Okay.
Rabbits. Someone said rabbits. I did see that in the middle of Pogba and Bale.
They definitely have whiskers. Can confirm that.
So okay, look.
Mice apparently.
Dito's 4-2-3-1.
They must be small. That was what you should have said.
Wait, enough of this animal chat.
Okay, sorry.
I'm looking at the formation here.
We're talking about FIFA.
Dito's now switched to 4-4-2. He was 4-2-3-1. So he's trying to...
He's got to be more attacking now.
Trying to react to it.
He has to be.
I mean, the potential comeback here, we've seen a couple of... This one's not finished.
Yeah,
this can still go Dito's way, of course, but we saw the Honey Badger come back against NYC Chris. Could we be seeing another one here? Hashtag Aga against Dito. A battle of the two 4-0 players. Someone's O has got to go.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Can we keep it around for longer? I like these sayings.
Like, I'm bringing out cats with whiskers, and he's bringing out someone's O has to go. Like, I just don't. I can't keep up with that right now.
Oh,
but here we go.
offside.
That's a massive chance. Well, it's not a massive chance because it's offside. But now the next goal is huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Especially if they get it in normal time here, because it'll be over. It'll be too late.
Here we go.
It's one of those. If there's a 90-minute goal in this one, it's going to sting. It is going to be a stinger.
It's a good
And
ball,
here we go. That's a good line ball to Ronaldo. He is the wrong side of Ramos, and Ramos has gone somewhere.
Oh, corner.
Maldini has come across and saved him. But, I mean, as we have said here, both of these players have potentially learned a lot about themselves and the team that they are using. They know they can change certain things, and it can produce certain results now. So they might have learned plan A's and plan B's as well, which is vital in tournaments.
Well, you'd argue whether Dito's learned a plan B.
Yeah.
If he's anything, he's learned that his plan A is susceptible.
Yeah.
So far, at least, obviously, anything could happen now. We might be seeing extra time in a minute.
He is trying to react to it. He's changed formation. It's whether it's going to work against Aga or not. And like
Great game, though. It's got to be one of the best games of the day, this one.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, each pro's different. So Aga, what he's doing now could potentially not work against someone else he faces in the future.
I'm just seeing something in the corner of my eye, right? The hashtag Ryan versus hashtag Harry game's about to kick off. I'm assuming this is a coincidence, and everyone gets given these sort of random badges on these. It seems like they're random anyway. They've given Arsenal fan Ryan a Tottenham badge. Oh, it's a goal!
And it's a goal from Dito. There we go.
In the
Ronaldo,
90th minute.
I said the 90th minute in this game was going to sting.
Oh!
What a game, though. What a game.
What a game.
Fair play to Dito, but...
It's whether Aga has one more chance to equalise.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the goal real quick. Oh, OK, he's decided to pause it. He must be...
And here he's going defensive, surely.
Well,
to hold these
this is
thoughts.
Aga,
This is Aga, yeah, he's got to go.
De Bruyne is going to come on, is he? Or Pele? And as I was saying, they've given Arsenal fan Ryan a Tottenham badge, and they've given Everton fan Harry a Liverpool badge. What are the chances?
Yeah,
Oh.
chances are slim. Or maybe, as you said, that is someone playing games.
It's a wind
Who
up,
knows?
isn't it?
Someone's got on there and sabotaged them. OK,
Right.
so...
This is all in Danish,
I
of
was about to
course.
say, I don't know what that word means.
How is your Danish, boys?
It's terrible.
It's better now.
Yeah, I mean, in the leg. It's going to go up to about 60, obviously.
I thought that first word said hashtag.
What's he?
I know freeform.
Freeform, which one's that?
Fryform.
Positioning, freeform, fryform.
Unbelievable from you. Didn't know you were bilingual.
Tell me about it. There's a lot you don't know about.
Every day's a school day. But there's a low-driven De Gea. Could he done better there? I think so. Or was the power too much?
It's one of those chances that you feel like the keeper should do better, but they always seem to go in. They are high percentage chances, and they do seem to go in a lot.
Yeah, I see Footwiz tweeting, seen an incredible game. Diddy being 3-0 up in the first game, and then Honey Badger coming through and
ferociously.
Yeah, with his claws.
We can't have anyone talk about that game without saying ferociously now. It's just not going to work.
You can't, this Honey Badger guy, obviously, you just can't rule him off, rule him out.
Yeah.
He is, to come back from that is unbelievable. And then Dito had a comeback happening to him, and he's just quelled it in the last minute there, that winner. Great game there. So it's the first defeat for Aga. I mean, yeah, pretty much every shot went in those two fixtures. And it's another win for Dito, 5-0. You can't go more than 6-0.
Yeah.
So once you get your 6, you're done. You're safe. You've essentially won your group. Dito's in the line for do it again. It will be against either Nicholas or Dammy, won't it?
Yeah. So, I mean, again, these guys are battling out for those 4-0s. Those 5-0s now, as Dito has gone to those 4-1s, but. Again, guys, you at home, you can't take for granted. That doesn't mean the person that goes 6-0 is going to win this tournament. It does not mean that at all. So you've got to remember that these games that they're playing now are just as important. Like for Aga there, as we have said, he could have learned a lesson there.
I was about to say that.
And he's probably learned lessons now, which could help him later on in the tournament. Because when things are going really, really well for you, you sometimes don't learn. And that learning can be vital in the later stages when you are down, when you are losing, when you are 3-0 down, as we saw Honey Badger was, and he brought it back to 7-4. Games like that actually help you more than the games that you win.
That could be the experience that gets him to a win, another W.
100%. So,
well, I mean, to explain to the viewers if they don't know how the seeding works as well in the knockout round, that's where these, once you hit that 4 wins, that's what these subsequent wins will do for you, is essentially if you get 6-0, you're going to play someone who scraped it through. You're going to play someone who was 4-3
in
the next round, which technically should be
an easy
advantage. Likewise, if you get 4-3, you just get out. You're going to play someone who went 6-0, or 5-0 maybe, or 5-1, sorry, because only one person goes 6-0. So 5-2.
I mean, however,
there's lots of numbers flying about.
As we mentioned, Sousa did that in Barcelona. He went through as the top seed, and he actually went out in the next round. So that, again, doesn't mean that you are guaranteed to win that next game that you play. You can go 6-0, and you can lose to someone that is 4-3.
Yeah, and we're at such a level now where no opponent is easy at all.
100%, and I know we have got a game on our hands here, which is about to go into penalties. So, again, excitement galore. It is Stranger.
Here we go. We always get pens, don't we?
It's 2 Germans as well. Germans, traditionally, unbelievable penalty.
Do not
miss.
So
this is going to go on forever, is it?
So De Bruyne, what a late dive from De Gea. Maybe he reacted a little bit too late there, but it's currently 1-0.
Neymar stepping up, and he's slotted it down the middle. I mean, we've seen what we've expected to see so far. As I said, that watch someone's going to miss. Is that Maldini taking a penalty?
These Germans, they don't miss pens, mate.
They don't. They're cool. They've got ice through their veins.
They don't miss.
They just don't miss them.
Guys, we could be here for a while.
I really hope we avoid Germans in the World Cup.
Unless you're Schweinsteiger. There we go. There's another one. Schweinsteiger versus Chelsea. I want to bring that up, Paul, because I know he's going to enjoy that one.
Didier with that last kick.
This is unbelievable. The mental fortitude on show from the Germans here. They've come to England and they're reminded... Oh, no. I stand corrected, said the man in the orthopaedic shoes. He has missed. This is scored to win.
Bang.
Oh, what a save!
So they've scored all of them, and then they've missed as well. They are literally
got to score.
Got each other blow for blow right now.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, my.
Here we go. This is on as even once again.
He has to score.
Oh, my. It's just gone under him.
This is unbelievable, guys. Right, he's got to score.
This is huge.
Vieira.
Patrick.
He started.
That's calm. It's sudden death.
Do you remember in Barcelona what Sheehan did when he got knocked out? He basically tore the place apart.
He went Hulk.
What's he going to do now if he loses
He won't be getting knocked out, I don't think.
Where's the camera? We need to get the camera on him to see what he smashes.
Oh, it's still going.
This is crazy.
Will it never end?
Is this going to go to the keepers? Are we going to get keepers out here?
What are we on, 7 or 8?
Ramos, tidy.
Ramos, that is tidy. Very, very tidy.
Ferdinand up
no,
next.
Rio, I don't fancy him for this.
Do you not?
He proved me wrong.
The little stutter.
He may be English, but the person controlling him is German, so
Yeah, Rio.
he's scoring. Rio,
Oh,
he's snuck in again.
The keeper.
He's snuck in again.
Valencia has missed. I'm telling you now, it's missed.
This.
No!
And that's it.
Mystic Spencer.
I read that. I could see in his movement, his balance didn't look right. He's done it. So that what a penalty shootout that was.
That was a penalty shootout. And I mean, the thing is, you don't want to get down to your right back because the penalties that he has got is very, very low. So the area for mistake is massive compared to, of course, your R9 who has much higher penalty stats. But some of those penalties, I mean, that Rio Ferdinand one, for example, sent the keeper the wrong way. You don't expect that.
That was unbelievable. I mean, fair play to those guys, and it is a hard way to lose penalties, but they get other opportunities. That's the beauty of the Swiss format.
And there's going to be a lot more penalty shootouts. I keep saying it. I feel like every time we're on here, we see at least one or two.
Yeah, I mean, we've got so many good games coming up after the break that we are going to have in a second. Guys, do not go anywhere. Be ready for it. I'm ready for it. And I will see you in a couple of minutes.
Bit of space to go forward into with the ball. This might be it. And it's a goal. Enorme pelota, se va directo al arco. Cristiano Ronaldo. Shots on here. Oh, it's Ronaldo! Great technique, it's great relief to feel that he could stop the goal. Cool of looking at goals, Martin, but there's something special about the defender getting forward well as a team now. Got his shot off now, and it's a goal! Flamenco! Well, that could be the insurance goal here. Played forward, a bit of menace in this attack. Here's the shot. It's a remarkable goal from a remarkable player. It's a dangerous field for this attack. It's looking good from their point of view. That is beautifully done. Royce. Goal. The lead by two now.
The centre-back, Marco Verratti, plays alongside Adrian Rabiot in the middle of the park. Edinson Cavani is the main.
To put them in front. Ronaldo. Right from the kick-off. Looked like scoring ahead now.
What's up, guys? And we are back. Now, don't forget, guys, to link your EA and Twitch accounts. To do it, head to www.ea.com/Twitch linking for your chance to earn Twitch drops. Today's include some rare players packs, but all icon Michael Owen.
Yeah, that's a mad one. Make sure you get on it, guys, because he is a beast in game. And talking about beasts, we've had some pretty beastly performances recently, haven't we?
We've had some unbelievable performances. and some massive turnarounds, some massive potential turnarounds. So people got close. We obviously saw Aga get close to turning that game around from what was a strong performance from Dito in the first half. He almost got himself back in it, changing formation, changing a few personnel. So we've had some massive games, not just for the results and the positions that people were in, but also for what could help people later on in the competition. So we haven't seen today who you think is going to win it, because I mean, as I said, you can be 5-0, you can be 6-0, but that doesn't mean you're going to win this tournament. But people have had their chance to get used to the gameplay, to get used to the opponents they're going to play and things like that.
Yeah, well, we asked you guys who to vote for round 5 in the Xbox games, and as you see, you had the chances for Kurt, Unilad Gorilla, and #Ryan, and you guys have decided to go for Unilad Gorilla. So I feel like we should only go over and check that out. We'll wait till the game gets underway, but this should be a very, very interesting game, shouldn't it?
It should be, and Gorilla's actually starting with 3 at the back. By the way, as we can see in front of us just on the screen, he's gone 3 at the back: Maldini, Ferdinand, and Ramos. That has all changed. He is going attacking then, isn't he?
Yeah, and they are both playing to qualify. So this is going to be a huge game for both of them.
So three wins, 1 loss game. Obviously, we've got that first ever #Derby. I guess #Derby into #Derby between Ryan and Harry happening. But this is a big game, because my thinking with that Gorilla strategy going 3 at the back is Gorilla is always a I'll score more than you kind of guy. He's not particularly tight at the back. I don't think he'll mind me saying that, but he's so effective going forward. So I guess he's just sort of taken that philosophy 1 step further here by putting 3 defenders there and say, look, if you're going to score anyway, then I might as well have more boys to help me score going forward.
100%, but I mean, he could be in trouble early doors here. He's got an overlap there. What a block that is from Maldini. Not once, but twice.
Was that Maldini, a second? I think that was a save from the keeper on the way down.
A mixture of Maldini and De Gea potentially, but it stayed out of the goal, which is all important for Gorilla. Now, that is an early escape for Gorilla, because he could be 1-0 down, and that is not what you want in a qualifying game. Can he turn this around? Can he work it to his advantage? That 3 at the back early doors has been exploited. Is it going to keep happening? If it does happen, is he going to have to change formations, because it's clearly not working?
Yeah.
This guy's loving the commentary. Classic punditry. #whiskers of a hippo. That one's going on my gravestone.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Although you missed our Twitter out, so I'm kind of bummed about that one, but okay. But anyway, so we've got Unilad Gorilla trying to get that attack forming. Is he going to get the goal? There's Ronaldo there, but Hullet is intercepted it.
Blocking it out, keeping it out. We've got Messi as well. That's a good opportunity. This is a good turnaround. Here we go, Messi.
Oh, hit the
bottom of the post.
To be fair, that was a very, very hard shot to execute.
That is a massive chance. Now, if that goes in, you're very, very happy about that.
Where is his Ronaldo running off to? His Ronaldo has just absolutely...
His Ronaldo's run off the pitch.
He's gone to sign an autograph.
He's trying to make sure that he blocks that short pass, because he doesn't want that short pass coming out from goal. It has still come out to Valencia. Valencia back into Ferdinand. And we've got Henry as well in that right mid position yet again.
I think you started something, Spencer. We've got a tweet saying the ferocious badger has come back from 3-0 down.
The most ferocious animal in the animal kingdom. That's just a fact. That's why he's chosen it as a name, I'm sure. He looked up, he was like, I'm quite a ferocious guy. Let's look in the old dictionary. What's a very ferocious animal? Honey badger.
A honey badger.
You know, that's got to be what happened. We'll find out from him. We'll ask him.
We'll ask him, what is the origin of your name? And if that is correct, well done.
Have you ever seen what a honey badger looks like?
No.
You should look them up. They're genuinely ferocious. Like, if you just Google it, the image it will show you will be in the midst of a kind of like mouth wide open kind of attack.
I can picture it. Like
I mean, for the faint-hearted out there, maybe just stay away. Don't Google it. It'll give you nightmares.
Yeah. But Unilad Gorilla just saving off some attack there from Polanco, or Polaco even. My pronunciation isn't the best. And I think Mav is currently looking up what... Oh, wow.
Do you know what?
I don't lie, mate.
I wish I could show you guys on here, but he was completely correct. You guys can do it yourself at home. But get on that honey badger shirt. They all have their mouth open in a, as Spencer would do. There you go. You've got me doing it as well.
I mean, I hope the reason honey badger is called honey badger is because he's ferocious, and not because someone thinks he looks like a honey badger. I don't think he does.
Having seen him, I'd say he definitely does not, and I haven't seen.
Maybe nice guy as well.
Search.
He might be ferocious in FIFA, but off FIFA, I'd say he's actually very nice and calm.
Unless he's not going his way, that's maybe when he could turn into one.
That's his plan B.
Yeah.
Doesn't work out, go ferocious.
That's his plan B, go for the throat. But we have
a
very, very nice play here. Very nice drag back, and Maldini has got himself in there. Maldini a lot this weekend has been there when people need him, and a lot of occasions he's come in for those last-ditch tackles.
Yeah, he is proving to be one of the best centre-backs in the game alongside Prime Ferdinand. But we've got a break here from...
massive attack here. That is a pass I personally would not have picked out myself. I did not even see that pass.
Not sure why he did that. He's killed his momentum going forward on the counter.
He went back, although if he scores this, then...
He doesn't.
No,
so
I'm not even going to...
We were right. It was a weird pass to make.
The thing about Gorilla, he's known for his fast forward passes. Like, he'll go from A to B so quick you won't even have time to blink. And he's changed that up there. And I wonder if that's why we're not quite seeing the Gorilla we know and love at the moment. He doesn't seem to be quite clicking for him. It's early days still in a two-leg match, but I'm definitely not seeing the Gorilla we're used to.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe it's those nerves. Maybe he's given his opponent too much respect, but he isn't attacking on the full fronts like we're used to seeing for sure.
I mean, as you say that, he nicks it in the attacking third, and Messi's going forward. He hasn't got a lot of options, considering he
that's a nice drive. Oh, wow.
Watch him score to tell me to shut up. But considering he is playing that 3-5-2, I'm not seeing a lot of bodies go forward and commit for him right now. It seems to be just 2 or maybe 3 people up there in the attack when he does attack, which is a strange one.
Could be the custom tactics he's using. You know, he might be kind of counteracting the 3-5-2 with slightly more defensive tactics, but if any of the guys, I don't know if you guys know, but if any of the guys in the chat know a little bit about El Polaco, I'd like to find out more about him. If anyone's is a sort of fan or a friend of him, let us know in the chat, because
tweet it.
We're talking about Gorilla a lot here, but El Polaco is in the same scenario, he's in the same position as Gorilla, and he's doing all right.
He's just as in this game as Gorilla is, and we could see potentially a goal coming from him as we speak. Vieira to Ronaldo, weaving about, trying to find that pass. They're playing it between each other, but it gets dispossessed.
Here we haven't really seen a lot of chances in this game as of yet. Neither player has crafted a massive chance. As I say that, Ronaldo is streaking forward.
The overlap. He doesn't need it.
There's the finesse. I said no chances have been created. Once again, Gorilla says, Mav, you don't know what you're talking about. Keep it quiet, because I am here. I'm here to score goals, and he has done exactly that.
Have a top bins.
Have a top bins with R9 Ronaldo.
Wow, what a goal as well. I saw the overlap. I thought he was going to play it, but you know, he thought, you know what, I don't even need it. Ronaldo can score whenever he wants, however he wants, and that's exactly what he's done. And here we go.
Here we go. We have to have a response here. Gorilla, as you see in the tactics there, he actually changed it to defensive, just to try and hold Polaco out a little bit more here as well.
He seems to be struggling to find that final pass. There's a lot of on the edge of the box sort of play. Is that Gorilla defending too well, or is that him not being decisive enough and getting that pass?
I mean, I feel like both players have been guilty of it. I did say it, and I will say it again. Neither of them have really found the incisive pass into the box. I mean, Gorilla's goal itself came from outside.
Oh, that's a great pass.
He's found an incisive
that's a great
pass.
goal.
He's told me to shut up twice in a row. He's literally done it twice in a row. And do you know what? I don't mind it too much, because it means we are seeing goals. But until that moment, we hadn't seen that RBA into the box. We hadn't seen the players taking a shot from that 6-yard line, which, as we know, is where a lot of the goals come from.
Yeah, that pass to Ronaldinho was definitely eye of the needle sort of pass in there, and a great finish, low driven across into the opposite post, and that's half time. What would you make of that? What would you make of that half?
Well, I think Gorilla was just kind of feeling him out the first 10-15 minutes. He wasn't rushing it. We saw that backwards pass where he just wanted to work out what was going to break down his opponent. And we talked also in the past about that being a really important trait. You know,
yeah.
He's feeling your opponent out, working out what they're doing, just working, and what isn't working. And Gorilla's obviously done that.
Yep.
Come through, scored a couple of goals. You're very rarely going to see a game with Gorilla in that doesn't involve lots of goals. So I expect to see more, maybe at both ends.
Yeah.
But right now, he's looking good for the win.
He is indeed.
And we have kickoff again in the second half. Gorilla can maybe expand his advantage here, or just kind of sit back. But we have seen Gorilla throw a 2-0 lead against Dax. We commentated over it ourselves, so it has happened before. He is susceptible to conceding these leads.
He is, and I'm sure he's going to want to rectify that and make sure he doesn't do it twice. You know, they say lightning doesn't strike twice. We're about to find out if it does today.
Yeah, we are about to.
See me throwing out all them, lines, mate.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
Oh,
my
what a save.
That was like a Frank Lampard shot, you know, it bounced just before the keeper got it.
And
it got a deflection, I think, because the keeper did really well to react to that.
And here we go.
And the pressure is on now. Palako is putting the pressure on. Here we go. Gorilla's got rid of the ball. This is where Gorilla comes alive.
Yeah, this is the quick passing that we're used to.
I don't think we talk enough about Gorilla's defending. I know he concedes goals, and he's very rarely will do a sort of shutout, but he wins a lot of games at the end of the day, wins championships, and you don't win a championship without good defence.
Yeah.
Gorilla does have good defence. In this game, at least, he's answered every question asked of him.
There on the front foot with Kante, he's nicked the ball in a high position, which has led to a counter-attack, which didn't really come to anything in the end. But no, I mean, Spencer's correct there. We don't talk about Gorilla's defending too much because he is so strong attacking. But don't get me wrong, or don't get anyone wrong, he can defend. He can defend when he needs to. But his attack is so good that when he comes forward, you are scared. Like right now, look at the numbers he's getting forward.
Finish.
That's a great save from David De Gea. But
surprised he shot that one, maybe?
He could have squared it across the box and gone for a higher percentage finish, I feel.
I think there was too many players in the box. I would have gone for the shot there, but then again, obviously he didn't go in, so it's probably one.
We've seen him go in, though.
100%.
They have gone in before.
I feel like if that wasn't De Gea, it probably would have gone in because he has that save with feet trait.
This could be interesting now. Yellow card for Rio Ferdinand, centre-back.
That's a horrible tackle, by the way.
How's that going to change things for Gorilla defensively speaking? Is you have to be a little bit more conservative because, yeah, I would say this has not actually been a typical Gorilla performance so far. It's been more about defence and attack.
Yeah.
I know he's playing an attacking formation in the 3-5-2, but maybe there's certain reasons for that. Maybe he's got his wing-backs doing a little bit more of the defensive work through the custom tactics.
And here we go.
Oh, what
He's
a
offside.
goal. It's offside.
He's offside. The first time
what
finish.
A finish.
Wow.
That first time finish was right out of the top locker. And Palako is a little bit unfortunate that didn't stand. But, of course, Ronaldo is in an offside position. If you're offside, you're offside.
He is searching for that goal, though. And there was an option to play in, I think it was Ronaldo, CR7, and he decided not to go for it. And this could cost him because Ronaldo is down at the wing, spins inside, finds Messi. I feel like a goal could be coming right now.
He's being kind of patient, which is, again, you're not used to. He's used to slightly faster passing. He's taking that shot with Ronaldo maybe a little bit early. It's offside to Ronaldo. Messi is offside, though.
Cheeky back heel.
Quite clearly offside there. 66 minutes gone. It's 2-0 to Gorilla. And you would say, in the second half, he has really taken the ball by the horns and he has taken control of this game at times.
Definitely. And like Spencer said, I think this game is down to who's defended better. Because they are both attacking very, very well. It's just Gorilla's defence has been that bit more, I say clinical, but it's been better.
100%. And someone actually mentioned Tex in the chat, so I thought I'd update you guys. He currently is 3-1 down against Horosia, so it's not going Tex's way in that game.
No, so that is he's 3-1 in his terms of his record as well.
Yeah.
So that was a game, if he wins, he qualifies. He still could win it, of course. I say qualify, get out the group. If he loses it, he's still got 2 more chances.
Yeah,
still 2 more chances.
It's not panic stations just yet.
You
want to get it over and done with.
He's wanting to repeat Barcelona because I'm pretty sure he went 4-2 in Barcelona, did he?
5-2, yeah.
He went 5-2.
Yeah, couple of defeats in the group stage, I do believe. And then obviously smashed it when it counted.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he just wants the repeat of Barcelona. Maybe that's what he's going for. We have got a chance for Palako there. It is snuffed out in the end by Gorilla, but I think Spencer hit it in the first half of this game. This is a lot more defensive Gorilla than we are used to seeing. This isn't the usual Gorilla performance right now. He is battening down the hatches when he needs to, and his defenders have come up with those vital interceptions, those vital blocks when he needs them to.
Yeah, 100%. And as you can see here, Palako, I can't even say the guy's name. Palako, there we go. He is finding it very, very, very tough to find that opening. He's just on the edge of Gorilla's box, and that's all he can do. He can't find that final pass.
He definitely, right now, he can't find that decisive pass into the box. Once again there, Sergio Ramos does tackle his Ronaldo, or I believe that was there, so he can't get through into that box, and he's taken 0 shots from inside that box so far. And if you keep your opponent from doing that, you have a massive, massive chance of winning games.
Is 2-0 enough, do you think, to take into the second game?
For Gorilla it is.
For Gorilla it is, yeah, 100%.
I can't see it being this low scoring in the second leg, personally. I'd imagine more goals would happen. But it's a great spot. Gorilla's actually one of the most reliable people you can count on in terms of...
what a goal.
And there you go.
There we go, 3-0.
That's his speciality, by the way.
That is his signature.
A lot of pros have watched and recreated that near post corner from Gorilla. Now, I know a load of us can do it. It's not like Gorilla didn't invent it, the near post header, but Gorilla is probably the most efficient at it in the world of FIFA.
Yeah.
The way, the consistency and the amount of them he scores is crazy, and he's done it right there on the big stage.
And that is...
So 3-0 now. I'd be amazed if Gorilla didn't see this out, because as I was just saying before he scored, he's actually one of the most reliable comeback players. I've seen him be 4 goals down in first legs and come back multiple times, so I just can't see him letting it slip.
I mean, with Gorilla, as you said there, he does score goals. So with a 3-goal lead or 3-goal margin lead from the first leg, potentially it's not over yet, and he could get himself a goal here,
why is he past
Palako.
it?
But if he is 3-0 up from leg 1, he is going to score in leg 2. He very rarely doesn't score a goal. So that means if he scores another goal or a goal in leg 2, it means that Palako has to score 4 or 5 to even take it to extra time. Yeah, and that is a tough order to score 5 against Gorilla.
And we actually haven't seen that many clean sheets today. So that in itself is very, very impressive. To be able to not let your opponent score.
Don't jinx it, because Hullet was in on goal there.
I'm just saying, the game ain't over, but if he manages to get a clean sheet, that is impressive, because a lot of these pros are scoring against each other. So to be able to not let one score against you, that is...
That is massive. It is a very, very good sign. We have here the last chance, potentially. Can he score to give himself that little bit of extra hope in the next leg? He cannot. It is, by the looks of things, going to end 3-0 to Gorilla. Oh, no. Palako wins the throw-in, so he might get himself one more chance. He does not. The final whistle has been blown. So it does end 3-0. That is a tough, tough order for Palako in that second leg.
That is, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does to come back from this. Is it time to change formation? Is it time to do an Agger and try and switch it up?
Potentially.
What do you think?
Potentially. I think also coming back on the comment I made earlier.
Should we go full screen? Let's go full screen. Look, we've got Inception. There's 6 of us.
It's our clones. By the way, you have a clone now as well.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I was just showing
mini
you.
clones.
They're the minions.
He is apparently one of the #1 Polish players. Palako, I saw someone in the chat update us, so thank you for that. Obviously trying to fly the flag for Poland here.
Yeah, as is right now, Dami as well.
Dami, another great Polish player. Not going to plan so far for him against Gorilla. I do believe in another game here, we've got currently FaZe TAS 4-2 up against Dudek, which is decent, and that's a 2-2 game. They're both on 2 wins, 2 losses.
We've got Pricey 4-1 up as well. That's a big score.
Megabit 3-0 up as well. So some big goals going in. Obviously, Gorilla 3-0 up in this one. Percentage chances for me of this being overturned, slim to none.
Yeah,
I'm going to give it
slim.
an 11% chance.
That's very accurate.
I'd say that's quite high. I'm saying 6.
I was originally going to say 8.
Okay.
I'll go 7.
I'll meet you in the middle and go 8.
Okay, we'll say 8% chance, guys. Let us know in the chat what percentage chance you think there is of a Palako comeback. Who's supporting Palako? Who's supporting Gorilla? I imagine Gorilla. I mean, we're in the UK, Manchester event. He's not from a million miles from here.
Yeah.
I imagine his support is strong in the chat. They're the ones that voted for us to watch this game, after all.
100%.
Well,
he obviously won 53%, was it, in the vote?
Yeah, I think it was. But we can actually head to another game if you guys want. Is there one?
Can we?
We can. We have that technology.
We have the ability.
We have the ability.
Unbelievable. What are we going to? Which one are we going for?
Is there one? There's FootWiz Pricey that isn't over just yet. So let me find it. Okay.
Let's jump in.
So here we go. FootWiz Pricey. Boom. Boom.
Just jump in.
We're in.
We've jumped in.
Now this, I think, I'm right in saying Pricey was having a bit of a bad time of it. I'm pretty confident he was 0 for 2 at one point. I'm not sure what he is right now. We can find out soon enough, but this is probably not a qualifying game to get out of the groups, but it could help him get there in the end, of course. 4-1 up here against Senna Dobone, Brazilian player.
He's doing very, very well. 4-1 up.
4-1 is a big win. It is a big win. Again, these leads to take him to the second leg. I mean, the biggest swing we have seen is the NYC Chris versus the ferocious Honey Badger. I'm going to bring it up as many times as I get the opportunity to. But again, like we said, what you've got to remember is that sort of turnaround is what Palako has to do in the next leg. Now, no offense to NYC Chris. I mean, I know Spencer labelled him that he has got the bottle job in him every now and then.
Lovely guy, lovely guy. I can't say enough good things about him, but he loves to bottle it.
I don't see Polaco doing that against Gorilla.
Well, should we find out? We can go back to the game. This game is in the dying moments. It looks like a pricey, well, it's inevitably a pricey victory. Let's head over to the Gorilla game. We're
absolutely
back.
seamless.
Now, we asked people to give us their percentage chances of a Polaco comeback, didn't we? I saw a 2.876%, which is low and very precise.
Very, very precise.
That is specific.
I don't know what supercomputer they're using, but they're crunching some numbers in, and they got a very precise number.
I saw a 3%. I think most people were tipping it for an obvious Gorilla win here. Polaco, prove us wrong.
Can you
show us what you've got, Sunshine?
Let's get another penalty shootout going, because they are so intense. But here we go. I guess whoever gets the first goal in this is going to decide how the game goes, surely.
Again, I'm not so sure, because Gorilla, in the Red Spain, he did actually on stream mention that he's just a fan of the colourway.
You got to bang that.
It makes it very, very easy to tell
I was thinking the exact same thing.
between him and another kit. But I don't see Gorilla not scoring goals. And which is why I said it makes it very difficult for Polaco here, because he needs to score 4, 5, 6, 7 goals maybe even here to even have a chance.
I've noticed Polaco a couple times now of this match hesitate to hit a shot. And I'm sure what he's trying to do, and what he's probably more used to doing against opponents, is you know, play those percentages and make the goal scoring opportunity as good as he can. But the reality of this fact in this game is he's not getting the chances.
Yeah.
He's barely had a shot against Gorilla. Gorilla's defence has been really good. So next time he has a shot, which might only be a 50-60% chance, hit it.
Yeah.
Because if it goes in, it's game on. If it doesn't go in, you're in the same position you were already, which is you're not getting close, pal.
Yeah.
The next time you have a long ranger, it wasn't even a long ranger, it was just in the D, basically. You've got the best players in the world at your disposal. There's a good chance it will go in, so hit it. Give us some shots, mate.
You see it a lot, and it's a frustration for maybe the non-elite player, because as you said, at home I'd hit the shot, and here he has to hit a shot. And Sergio Ramos has blocked it, but I mean, at least in that situation, he's taken a shot. He's given himself a chance. But you see these pros, and they've got the prime Ronaldos, they've got 99 Ronaldo, they've got 98 Messi, they've got all of these players at their disposal with 99 shooting, 98 shooting, and they don't hit shots.
I think we've seen like 3 long shots all of today. We saw one in game 1 with F2 Tex. We saw one Gorilla get...
There we go, he's taken a shot. There it is. There we go, he's shot, and it's led to an opportunity.
He listened to me.
He has. Done. He is listening to you.
If you don't shoot, you don't score.
All right,
I'm going to Michael Owen it.
Yeah, wow.
Well, seeing as he's available as a prime icon in the rewards, we should go a bit Michael Owen.
We should.
Very good point. I did that on purpose, you see.
Yeah.
See, no one else saw that.
This is can we raise this point while we're on this? A lot of people watching, especially the younger audience, will be thinking of Michael Owen of this, shall we say, not the most entertaining of commentators.
Yeah.
But there's a reason he's got 91 rated prime icon. This guy, when I grew up, was the main man, and that prime, I believe, is based in and around the moment in 1998 when he scored an unbelievable goal against Argentina in the World Cup for England. When he did that and he announced himself on the major international scene, there was no more exciting player in the world. I think I might say he won a Ballon d'Or.
He did. I was literally about to say he has won a Ballon d'Or. I mean, you've got the Ronaldos, the Messis in these worlds which have won that. That is no easy competition to win, and he's got Henry here.
The last Briton to do so. He was, and let's just appreciate Michael Owen, guys. Let's stop mugging him off with the comments.
Here we go.
Oh!
And there we go. He's shot again. He hasn't waited for that opportunity. He hasn't waited for the square ball. He's taken a shot with Ronaldo, who has 5-star weak foot, and it's come up trumps for him. It is now 3-2, and it is 2-0. The 2.6754374% chance
it's coming true.
It's coming closer. It is now at 60%.
I want to know what calculator he used, because he knows something we don't.
He used a calculator, and right now it looks like that calculator was slightly broken, because that chance has just gone from 2 up to, again, maybe not 6 as high as 60, but he's up at a good 40% chance here now. We're just throwing out random numbers now at this point.
100%, and Gorilla has to get a goal now.
And
he
Pele,
really does.
Pele's messed that pass up as well, which is a trouble.
Oh, he's done well there. But as I was saying, Gorilla needs the next goal, because he's thrown a couple of leads away of late against Dax, as we mentioned. We don't want to see it again. What would that do to his mindset if he does?
I mean, I think Gorilla's fairly confident in himself and his ability. So He's one of the people that if something like this happens to him, he's probably one of the best people for it to happen to. Kurt is another one that no matter what position he's in, he's going to back himself and his ability. And I think Gorilla's the same. Even if he did turn out to lose this, I think he's going to come back strong and still get himself through. But obviously, massive chance here. He needs to pull himself back in this game. He needs to score a goal. But like I said, Gorilla scores goals. I don't see him not scoring in this game. I could be wrong. I have been wrong, and I am wrong a lot. So it might be the case. But Kante, there we go.
Oi!
I mean, imagine the scenes that have gone in. That's the sort of thing we probably need to see our boy Polaco doing, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot more of that from the pros. I mean, Kante's probably the worst player to be taking that with in this team. Shot-wise, long shot-wise, and finishing ability, he's probably got the lowest of the attacking players that Gorilla has at his disposal, but
this is good
still
play.
has high stats, and this is a massive chance here. He's got an overlap on this left-hand side with Marcelo, and there's Henry at the back stick. Maldini is the one marking him, though.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vieira with the slide tackle of dreams. Plays it in to Ronaldo. Can he find the pass?
He can. He's got a second chance of advancing. David De Gea has just saved Gorilla, but it's not over yet. The ball can still come in there. It's still chances, but it now has gone out of play for a corner. But what a massive save that is for David De Gea.
Huge save.
We are going into the 45th minute. Can he near post him? Can he Gorilla? Yeah.
that was a bit of a weird one. I didn't understand.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Give me credit.
No, I'm not giving you credit for that.
Give me credit.
Right. Okay. Vieira. He's trying to get this third goal.
He's pushing. He needs to push.
There
we go.
Oh my gosh.
We have Spencer. We thought that could have been flying in, but that's what he needs to do.
Got to start asking the question now. 45 minutes, one goal needed, and I'll have my hands up. I said it was very unlikely.
Here we go.
Oh, what's happened there?
He's left it.
Sergio Ramos has to be going for that.
That's the Ramos bread and butter. The header at the back stick. But I'll be honest, I gave it a slim percentage chance. I did give it 11%.
Yeah.
And unlike these guys give it 2.876, I gave it 11%. That's roughly 1 in 10.
Let's go back. We settled on 8.
We settled on 8.
Should we move to... I was about to move to the game, but it's Pricey's 4-0 down.
So he was 4-1 up, and we said it was almost fully over. It is now 4-0.
The price
in 21 minutes, by the way.
Wow, that is the worst
21 minutes of the game.
2-1 down as well. What's going on there? He's unbeaten today so far, is Kurt.
Wow.
There's all sorts of things happening all over the shop today,
all
guys.
All sorts of things. Something must have gone very, very wrong for Pricey to be 4 goals down in 21 minutes.
Vitality, Brian's just scored as well as with Dubsy, I'm pretty sure. So there's goals going in everywhere at the moment. But we're here sticking with Gorilla and Polaco to see out who is going to win this game.
Polaco's looking lively. He's up for this.
He wants it.
He's looking double lively.
Putting Poland on the map right now. Pull it.
Can he finesse it?
Go on!
Oh!
Neymar,
bit wide.
Right foot. But this is what he needs to do. We said it. We will say it. He needs to take these chances, or he needs to at least ask the question.
I'm going to do a Michael Owen and say, if you don't shoot, you don't score.
I said that.
Lads, Gorilla's in bits. Gorilla's in bits here. He's probably wrong. He's probably going to score. But he's making some questionable decisions.
Has he put Maradona on? It looks like he has.
Maradona is on.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Boom.
Oh, that's a massive save.
It's still in play, though.
It's not quite gone out of play as of yet.
That's a nice ball. Is this going to be a counter-attack now? It's currently 3v5.
And Henry, of all people, has got back there and made a massive tackle. Neymar into Maradona. He's getting very fortunate with a lot of these passes because he's just not hitting the mark with any of those forward passes. He really has created nothing. It's almost a complete reversal of the first game.
This is fascinating for me because we're getting to the point in the day now where matches are deciding who's going through, who's going home. And we're seeing people get themselves in really good positions and let it slip. Gorilla might have done it here. Fuck with Pricey. What's happened to him?
Yeah.
He won 5-0 in the first leg. And he's now 4-0 down in the second leg. That's 5-4 on aggregate. That's quick maths. And he could, the whole thing could slip it for him here. And what's going on with Gorilla? We don't expect it.
He's already let go of the lead that he had against Dax.
So what do you feel, Spencer, in this position? If you're 3-0 up from the first leg, you know you've got the chance. Do you scrap that 3 at the back? Do you go a more defensive formation?
But it worked for him in the first leg. He kept a clean sheet in the first leg.
True.
So he's got to be asking himself, what has El Polaco changed?
Yeah.
And maybe the free. I mean, ultimately, as defensive as it worked for him in the first leg, free at the back is a more offensive formation. So get more defenders back, get them deeper. But the thing about Gorilla is he's not that kind of player. He just needs to go and score.
And do you think these pros are being more reactive than proactive?
Here you go. Here you go. Oh, De Gea off his line.
Because
very good.
Because
like a young Cat HD gamer.
if Gorilla concedes again, I feel like he is then going to decide that he needs to start switching it up. But why doesn't he try and switch it up now? Because you can. I'm about to say he's on the back foot, but he's about to score.
Maradona.
Oh, wow, he's absolutely messed that one up. I mean, he's gone for the finesse when he could have taken another 2 strides with the ball there.
Yeah.
He backs the Maradona finesse, and it did not pay dividends for him. He's been let down by the Argentinian.
Oh, but like I said, you'd say he's on the back foot at the moment. Polaco is definitely pushing for that goal. Why doesn't Gorilla make some changes, maybe change the formation, kind of see it out a bit more, and stop the rot, as you'd say?
Well, I think ultimately he believes that he can go and get a goal at any moment, and in which case doesn't need to change it. He believes this is his best formation.
Oh, that's a pen.
Wow,
that's
huge
a pen.
drama.
Wow. That is a pen. 72nd minute. His Ferdinand has reached for something he potentially should not have. Is that a red card or is that a yellow card there?
It's lucky it was in this game because Rio got a yellow in the first leg, remember?
Oh, he's reached.
That's rash. That is a rash tackle.
Got to score this El Polaco.
The nerves. Oh, he's pointing right. He is trying to put him off. Polaco.
Are they going to win? Oh! And he showed him right. He went right, and it was not saved. 3-3. So here, does Gorilla change now?
We've got
Surely
an
he has.
That's what I'm saying.
Situation on our hands here. Gorilla's got to do something.
That 11% is coming through.
I mean, what are the chances? We picked all the games we could have picked to make this percentage thing about. We've got people going 2.876%. Well, that means the 97.124.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's not happening, sorry. It's not happening. The 2% is happening.
It's crazy.
Oh, my brain hurts.
There's too much math going about.
I can see the steam coming off of it right now.
I don't have a calculator.
But he's changing the formation as predicted. He's gone 3 at the back.
Well, he's staying for at the back.
He's staying for at the back.
Makes no sense at all. Well, it does. I suppose it does make sense because he does need a goal. As it stands, it's going extra time, and he is massively under the cosh. So. Wherever El Polaco has changed is working, and he now has the momentum. He has the upper hand. So let's say he's changed formation to whatever. Gorilla is staying with the same formation.
Yeah.
And this formation, he's got this 3-5-2.
Isn't working.
Against whatever Polaco is doing now isn't working.
Yeah, 100%.
So he needs to change. He's not changing. Stubbornness could hurt you, Gorilla. It could come back to bite you.
He feels like the players are going to make the difference, where, in fact, it could be the formation that makes that difference. We're going to find out.
There's no doubt Gorilla can score at any moment in time. I'll never change my mind about that because this guy is freakishly good at times. And in the first leg, I wouldn't say we saw it. It was a competent performance, 3-0 win, but it wasn't spellbinding. It wasn't the kind of thing that we've seen from Gorilla in the past.
Yeah.
And this performance is poor, to be honest.
It's below par for definite.
Here we go.
And he's got Maradona on the ball.
On the ball. Into Kante, and there we go.
Oh, wow.
And there we go. He's turned it around.
Gorilla's heard me there.
He's heard you.
He's heard me. Fair play to you, Gorilla. Well done.
And now
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Spencer, don't worry. I've been there a good 3 or 4 times today already.
Look how
I won't worry
attacking
about
that
it
is.
too much.
Right, so he's 3-4-3. He's very attacking. He's going to probably run out of pauses after this.
Yeah.
So whatever he does now needs to be confident he can see the game out with. If he changes it and Polaco comes back and scores, it might even be Polaco that's paused. I think it probably is. Then, you know, he could be in trouble again. But Gorilla is going to change it. He's going to go to 4. Okay, interesting. First time we've seen him use 4 in this fixture.
And now he's going to have to put... I'm guessing Maldini's going to go at full-back at some point. Oh, no, he's put Kante at left-back. Now
I mean, Kante's...
He can play anyway.
A team of Kantes would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
He can play anyway.
He might not score many goals.
He has, which very interestingly, he has got Henry at right CDM.
That is interesting. Is he going to keep that?
That needs to change.
I wouldn't say Maradona's really turned up for him yet.
He just scored. He just scored the goal.
I stand corrected. It's a good goal. I love Maradona.
It was so good that Spencer forgot about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is keeping Henry right. CDM.
That is interesting.
Yeah, Maradona, what a goal. He's been great this game.
He's been everywhere. He's turned up everywhere. But it looks like Polaco is making some changes now. He's probably seeing what Gorilla's gone for.
Got a comeback from Tex, by the way, in the other game. I think he was 2 or 3 goals down. I think he's just made it 3-1 in the second leg, which makes it 4-4 on aggregate. So Tex is not going out without a fight at all.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Also, quick shout out to everyone who's watching the stream and sending their tweets in. We are seeing them, and we are happy that you guys are loving it. We are having a great day, and we are back with the Gorilla Polaco match. Gorilla is currently 3-1 down, but Diego Maradona has just got him a goal, which is put him right back in it.
Which has put him up on aggregate. That is 4-3 overall. So he is in the driving seat once again. Polaco has to go for it. You can see he's made a change there. I believe it was Neymar going off. That is a reaction. And Messi coming on. That is correct. Neymar's gone off. Messi has come on. That is a reaction. He needs a goal. He needs to change this around now. And Gorilla is, obviously, he's gone 4 at the back. It's a lot more defensive. It's a lot more solid defensively. He's got Kante at left back, which is interesting. And he's got Henry at right, CDM. It's new, but it could work for him.
It's interesting, this, because it's reminding me a lot of the Dito Aga game in the pattern of the way things gone. One person dominated 3-goal margin, one person restored it to deadlock, and then the guy who went 3-0 up has just gone and got the extra goal towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
Will it continue like this? So there's still time for another goal. Gorilla's dominating possession, though, which that 4-4-1-1 is going to allow him to do. El Polaco mentally is going to be beaten, I think, by that goal after all the hard work he did to get back in it.
And right now, what Gorilla is doing is he's waiting for an opening, but he's also keeping possession. And what this is going to do is that is going to infuriate El Polaco. That's going to get... he's given away the ball sloppily there, though. He's made a very sloppy tackle as well.
2v2.
And Messi is in. Sergio Ramos has got himself a cross, potentially.
Right foot.
This could be a massive goal.
Saves with...
That is why the guys are going with Neymar over Messi, because of that weak foot.
Yeah. That weak foot is massively important.
That was a massive chance. Ramos actually did really well because he forced Messi onto his weaker right foot.
Yeah, I feel like...
He pushed him almost across the pitch because he was going through on the left-hand side.
I was surprised he managed to keep it. But it looks like El Polaco has one more opportunity to grab a goal.
This is it. It's Messi on his right foot again. He's trying to switch it to the left. He's trying to get that shooting opportunity. He's found one. And that's a huge tackle from Ferdinand, who could have given away his second penalty of the game. Neymar switch ball. That's very interesting. He's got away with it, though. Kante has picked up the ball here. That is game over.
Unlucky to El Polaco. Strong comeback, but Gorilla is just an absolute joke of a man. In other news, I think we've just seen D-Tex win his game 4-1, an aggregate 5-4. So he's come back from, I think, 3 goals down on that one.
Yeah.
And I think that has secured Tex a progression into knockouts. I think that makes him 4-1. It looked at one moment like he was going to be 3 for 2.
Yep.
He's turned it round.
Also,
and he's in the knockouts.
Interestingly for you, you're going to enjoy this one, but we are actually going to pop into the Xbox game between Harry and Ryan. So you're about to see your 2 boys face off. I want a prediction from you. I
love all my children equally.
You have to.
Yeah,
you have to. No, you're on the desk. You have to.
Can I predict a draw?
Right.
Give me penalties.
Okay, it's going to be would get as much. So, do you know what, Wolf? What's your prediction?
I'm going Ryan.
I'm also going Ryan.
Wow.
So it's a sweep.
Who's that? Who's wow?
No, good luck to him. Listen, I said it before, I'll say it again. It's a win-win for us because someone's going through. Whoever wins this game is in the knockouts. Obviously, someone will have a little bit of a setback, but I trust in either of them, if they get that setback, to bounce back and get the only one more win they need in their remaining 2 games. They're both in great position. This is just a sparring match with a lot riding on it. That's all it is.
Yeah,
100%.
bragging rights.
I mean, as you said there, at least this game isn't to put one of them out.
I'd rather them play now than in the knockout phase.
100%.
That's not to say that couldn't happen.
Yeah.
They could meet each other again. But right now, this is it's not a bad position to be in.
Yeah.
It's not the worst position to be in. But it's going to be a tough one for Spencer sat here.
I'm curious to know what the guys in the chat, who they think is going to win
Actually,
this.
that's a good shout.
Ryan or Harry, let us know. Hashtag Harry or hashtag Ryan.
He still didn't forget to hashtag it, did he?
He knows. Keep a lookout and keep the comments coming in because I'm curious
We're looking
to know
at
what
the
you
chat.
think. Yeah. It's going to be tight, guys. I do think it'll be tight because they're very evenly matched, but they know each other's games.
I mean, this looks very, very split. I'm seeing as many Ryans as I am seeing Harrys. And you guys...
So you know how I feel. You know why I feel the way I do.
Hashtag Pogba's in there as well.
You guys can't pick. But we can...
Right, here we go. So we're seeing a lot more Ryans. But what I was going to ask you is, this is probably the most tactical game we could see because these 2 players know each other more than anyone.
Yeah.
So it's more mind games than just playing FIFA. It's trying to work out your opponent. It's trying to work out how you think Harry or Ryan is going to play against each other because they know the way they play.
See, that's the thing. You can play against another pro, and they might know your plan A because they watch everything you do. But if you play against a pro that you work alongside so closely, they also know your plan B, potentially your plan C as well. So it's one of those where it does become a game which could be decided from something very random and something out of the control.
But here is the
stats
for the boys, both on 3 wins, 1 loss at the same time as well.
Stride for stride.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. These guys are like brothers from different mothers, you know? I think that, yeah, there's a lot of people in this tournament, some in the same org, some in different orgs, that know each other very well, that play together a lot, that would have similar matchups like this. But where this is interesting, because they're on the same team and they're really good mates as well, they would have been talking about this since they got this matchup.
Yeah.
Like in the last sort of half an hour or so, they'd have been chatting. You know, is one of them psyching the other one out? I don't know if they're like that personally. I think they're very good team players, and they'll be saying, "Look, let's just give it our best. Whoever wins. Whoever loses, we'll cheer you on next round," sort of thing.
But like we said, it is a very important game. Whoever wins it does go through. They get their 4th win. So it's going to be... I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I'm looking forward
I'm nervous.
to it.
I've seen you at Gfinity whenever you're watching the boys. You're literally there with your hands in your mouth. Like, I think...
They're not playing each other then. They're playing other people.
Yeah.
And we can see Harry's team.
And it's he's also got Pele in there, you know, from the start. Messi, again, in the cam role, some people would go with someone a bit more physical. So traditionally, Harry's one of the team selections which probably differs the most from normal people.
Yeah.
Last tournament, he was using Rijkaard at centre-back. I don't think he's got him in there anymore now. I think he's got Maldini and Ramos. But
he's willing to go against the grain.
Exactly. And it's important to point out there, obviously, we've got both hashtag kits in play here.
Yeah.
We've got Ryan in the purple and black, and we've got Harry in the blue. And if you're watching, and you've noticed that Everton fan Harry's got a Liverpool badge, and Arsenal fan Ryan has got a Tottenham badge. That was not their choosing. Don't get annoyed.
Definitely not their choosing. No. Definitely not. Now,
at least they've both got it, though. It evens it up.
Yeah, those 2 badges would be the last they select.
Yeah, and Harry, as you can see, is using the camera angle that looks like it's been watched from the moon.
Yeah.
Pretty far out, but at least he gets to see all angles of the pitch and find his players.
That's a good chance. That's a good goal. There we go. 1-0, 6 minutes gone. Harry has got himself back level. It's 2-2 on aggregate.
Big goal.
And that is a big goal. That is an early goal. Now, I also spoke to Harry about his camera angle. The reason he likes to use that camera, what an angle to score that header from, by the way.
Unbelievable.
Pele there, by the way. But why he likes to use that angle is he does like to switch play a lot. A lot of people in the chat I can see are picking out the fact that Harry actually has 3 R's in his name up in the top left-hand corner.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually pronounced Harry. Not a lot of people know that.
He's a Spanish descendant.
Yeah. I think just hashtag Harry was taken. Whoever's out there and has got a hashtag Harry gamer tag, hand it over.
Yeah.
Give it back.
What are you doing with it?
They're looking for...
You're an imposter.
They're looking to sell the name.
Tell you what, they're not getting an offer from over here. He's happy with the 3 Rs. He'll take it.
Right, it's an interesting switch there. It's risky. Ryan doing a little bit of a Harry there, to be fair.
He hasn't mastered it just as much as Harry has.
See, they've both picked up so many things from each other's games. I've been in the HQ watching them, and they're watching each other play their FUT Champs games or whatever, and they're learning things from each other. And that's one of the reasons that it's not just us. I think you've seen the same thing with FUTWiz. When you get these teams
playing together,
these team HQs,
yeah,
the results do improve. Even me, my results improve dramatically playing in there, just alongside them. And people are going, oh, you're getting them to play your games for you and all this nonsense. No, it's because I'm in and around this environment of expert players. And even, you know, when you're an amateur player like me, you've got more room for improvement.
Yeah,
because I'm averaging, before I went in there, I was probably averaging 27, 28 wins. And I ended up getting them my best of 31. Again, a little bit off the pace of these guys. But for me, I was really happy with that. And that came as a result of just learning from those guys.
Just watching and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work.
And that's one of the reasons signing for an esports team when you get discovered is so impressive, so important, is because you get to go in that environment. Interesting point to bring up. I know Tex, who's obviously signed for F2, actually played his last weekend league games in the Fnatic house, bunker. Yeah. So he was learning and improving. I'm sure some people were learning from him as well in a sort of collaborative environment, despite not having signed for Fnatic. And then obviously he's got to sign for the F2, so you know, it's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said there, not only you're learning from each other, but I'm sure in between games when they weren't playing and you probably were, they can come over, see you've gone 1-0 down and tell you something to do to change your team, because there's something you might not see you are doing. And I see this when I stream my weekend league games as well. I'm sat there and thinking, hang on, where is this all going wrong? And the chat will say, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this. And I might then change that and implement something new. That wins me the game in the end. And sometimes you need that other eye on it. And when that other eye is a hashtag Ryan or a hashtag Harry, then it's going to get you more wins.
And the thing is, every player is different, right? They'll respond to different kind of stimulus. But Harry is someone who is better under pressure.
Yeah.
So if I see that he's losing and I'm in the HQ, I'll go and stand right behind him.
Massive chance.
And I'll just making little comments here and there. And I'm saying, come on, let him know I'm watching. Because, and it's not just me, anyone riding in the same environment would have the same effect. Harry feels more obliged to turn up.
Yeah.
Because this guy's going to see me, I don't want to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know, where some people will be like, you know, leave me alone. I don't want to. It's all about collaborative environment. Every team's different. Our team is very much based on people trying to encourage each other. And you've got to then be prepared to win and lose in front of your teammates. You know, it can be, some people can't stomach that sometimes. They want to go away and hide when they lose, but that's how you learn, ultimately.
I mean, 100%. You've got the people in this world, and that's a very good pass from Hullet there. But this is you can see their play styles are very similar, but they have their own unique twist to it as well at the same time. And that is probably born from the close vicinity they play their games in. But to go more on your point about the confidence, some people work well under pressure. I mean, players like Cristiano Ronaldo, does he feel pressure? He strives under those situations.
I mean, look at this game against
pressure cooker situations. He loves it.
The game against
no way.
What a hit that is from
5-star weak foot.
The Ronaldo, but the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Yeah, what a finish. We've seen some good finish in there. What did you make of that, Spencer?
Well, hashtag Harry's turned it on its head. He was 2-1 down. He's 3-2 up. Decent. I think we agreed that the Twitch comments were kind of down the middle.
Yeah.
Some Harry, some Ryan.
We were team Ryan.
I wouldn't write this game off just yet, but for this fixture right now, it's 2-0 to Harry, 3-2 in aggregate. I don't know whether Harry would have played the 4-3-3 in the first leg. If I was to guess, I would have said he would have started with a 4-2-3-1 against Ryan. It didn't work out. He lost the first leg 2-1. This is what I'm assuming. I don't know this for a fact. And then he's gone 4-3-3 in this game, and it's worked out for him. That's what I think's happened. That's the story of this match so far, in my opinion.
And it's seemed to work for him right now. He's currently 2-0 up in this game and 3-2 on aggregate, turning it around. And is he going for more goals here?
Wonderful ball.
Is he trying to see it?
He could be 3-0 in here.
Oh, Maldini.
Massive interception from Maldini.
He was probably less likely to want to go with the aerial backstick ball to Pele at the backstick. He's not as dominant. I know he scored a header in this game, but it was an unopposed header. It wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
He's not known for winning aerial duels, is he? But Messi to Ronaldo.
Harry's team in general is slightly less tall. You know, he's got Messi and he's got Pele in there.
Yeah.
He
looks like he likes
players.
the players who can dribble well.
Yeah.
But yeah, depending on your play style, that could work for you. I mean, I personally quite like, when I play FIFA, I know I'm not these guys' levels, but when I play FIFA, I like having one taller striker. So right now, I play with Messi, a left striker, and a prime R9 right striker. I like having a small striker alongside a smaller striker.
Big man, little man. Use the classic.
I like an agile striker next to what is a taller, more physical striker. I like one that can dribble in and out of little spaces, and that's just personal preference. I mean, some people might want to go for Henry and Ronaldo, or Ronaldo and Ronaldo. They're two big monsters that are physical, that can get involved and rough people up, but the likes of Pele, the likes of Messi, they can do these little dribbles in and out of 3-4 players and score you a goal. And right now for Harry, it's working for him. I mean, he's had 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 have gone in. Possession wise, we can see Ryan's had a lot more of the ball.
He's not using it though, is he?
But he's not used it.
Harry's hitting him on these quick counters, you know, and it comes back to having those players, those Messis, those Peles. They're quick, low centre of gravity, some stats that probably don't get. I'd be interested to know actually if people at home dwell on these sort of things. I know one stat that Harry takes into really careful consideration is agility.
Yeah,
right.
And that's something that a smaller player is going to have more of, agility, balance. Because they're smaller, they've got the lower centre of gravity. They can just jink that little bit quicker. Even though their pace might not be more than an Henry or whatever, the fact that they're physiologically different is going to allow them to move a little bit quicker, particularly in acceleration. If you're playing counter-attacking football, like Harry seems to be here, that's going to make all the difference.
You need them quick passes, don't you? That's going to come into effect a lot. But as we see, Ryan just blocking out that pass there. Can he build up an attack early in the second half?
He's got an opening there on the left. He's gone inside. Now a little ball roll.
That's a good pass.
That's a lovely ball, but Kante
and a yellow card. You don't want a player in there on a yellow, do you, in that position?
It's one of those where they could do that lunge, which does, of course, mean that you clip the attacker's foot, and that is him getting an early shower. And that is what you don't need right now.
In my opinion, it's a little bit cynical, but when you've got a player in that sort of central defensive midfield role, you need to have the option of giving a yellow card foul away.
Yeah.
That slows things up, and it's really effective way, particularly as you get towards the end of a game and you've got a lead, like Harry is. He knows he can just take a guy out. Again, he's got a yellow with Ronaldo there as well. So some of these challenges he has to be careful with.
100%.
And here, like for example, Kante,
I mean, that's
he's
dangerous.
got to be very careful.
He's dived in there.
I was literally about to say Kante can't make a tackle in that situation because he's on a yellow, and I don't even know if he pressed that.
He's making a lot of these challenges, to be honest, Harry. He's going a bit gung-ho. I wonder who he's got on the bench if he was to replace Kante, who might be on there. I'm guessing has he got Vieira? I don't think he's playing Vieira, is he?
He's not playing Vieira.
So Vieira must be on the bench, surely.
Has he got an option of Vieira on the bench?
Perfect replacement.
You might want to think about bringing him on right now because Kante's made 2 of those tackles, which he's been fortunate to get away with. And here's another opportunity.
Oh, mate, you're thin ice here.
There's another opportunity, and this is a red card waiting to happen. I can see it. I can see it in front of my eyes.
He's not got a pause cued or anything, but I would recommend
making that sub.
The thing is, you don't want to give Ryan the pause, though, do you? If you're Harry right now, you don't want to pause it and give him the opportunity to change things up without using the pause.
Yeah.
So it's all tactical. Even things, it comes down to the pause.
And we get one.
A pause
and it
has
is
been
Ryan.
queued, and it's been Ryan that's
Harry. I don't know if he will, but when this pause comes, Harry needs to get Kante off. He needs to get someone else that can get that yellow again. Because this is dangerous now. He's
changed at the right time. That was clever.
Ooh.
But that is,
he's off.
Like I said, that is a dangerous situation to be in. He can't make any form of tackle. And with your centre defensive midfielder, you can't have that. You can't have that situation.
Yeah. He's got Ronaldo. Ronaldo should be all right on the yellow. I don't worry about him too much. He's got Henry on the bench probably as well. He's got some big boys he could bring on. Now could be the time to switch it up from the more sort of shorter, agile Messis and Pelés to the more physical lads to hold the ball up and keep the win, which he's currently got. So where's Henry when you need him? Get him on the pitch. Where's maybe Kevin De Bruyne in the cam role? Vieira for Kante would be the perfect switch.
It needs to happen because 10 men could change the game completely.
What Ryan's actually done is he's gone 4-2-2. I can see in the top corner there. He's gone 4-2-2. He has made a couple of substitutions as well. So he's trying to change this game around. He's bringing on Gareth Bale for Ronaldo, which is a big change. He's bringing on Neymar for Henry as well. So as you can see, he's taken off the taller physical Henry for maybe that slight fleet foot in Neymar.
And Harry's not changed it either. He's left Kante on there.
He's left Kante on. I mean, that's a red card waiting to happen. But
got to be careful.
You never know.
Messi
I've been wrong a few times.
Oh, what feet?
Messi, great feet. Again, I would say that's the second opportunity Ryan has had that he needs to be finishing.
He has to be finishing.
Yeah, I mean, Harry has taken his chances in this game, and Ryan hasn't. Simple as that. If Ryan had taken him, he'd be winning this game right now.
This is a crazy game. Crazy game. Here we go. Marcelo, can Harry do what Ryan can't at the moment and take his chances?
This is for obviously Ryan takes this penalty. That's another Harry potential card. Gareth Bale himself in. He really foot.
Nice. It's all very tight here. And
Ryan with Cristiano, he had two already. Was it first?
3-3.
Penalty.
Imagine these hashtags everywhere. Oh, Harry's here now. Yeah, he's going to interesting. He did 3-2 up, but he's doing 3-all.
He's time Ronaldo off. Interesting.
Okay. He's taking the yellows off, is he? You're going to get
on now, but not Kante. But Hullet.
Kante is very, very unique in his skill set because he's in that position doing the work rate that he does, but also because of his size, which was against him. But again, we should talk about him. Referee Messi. He has a low no gravity.
Yeah.
Get up in acceleration. So Harry obviously believes in that, and Harry obviously values the point where we're leaving on the yellow card.
Yeah.
Risky, especially if you've got to get extra time.
The way Aaron challenges in, it is very risky, but the substitutes are coming in.
I agree with them though. Because it's not I really think that Kante needs to come off just because if this game goes extra time, then it's going to be what
it could be.
We go Ronaldo's ball. The change of formation as well. Sometimes it can take a little bit of time to adapt to. Is the form now is when it's free going to hurt him. Momentum's with Ryan right now, and he's got his tail up now.
It's going to be interesting to finish the game. Second leg, 15 minutes roughly left.
Okay. This is it. Who is next goal going to go to? Is it going to be hashtag? Going to be hashtag? There's a ball there to Henry. He skips past Ferdinand. Probably on.
Told you that through for him.
2 headers in one game.
Used to be a little bit upset. Valencia is not allowing that ball. I mean, he is down on one knee and head the ball. No, he's not that.
No. Mark's okay. Marcus Stamp tweet just come up on the screen. Hashtag United Football. Currently injured. Big cast on. I hope well related. Confidence. It's good. It's a relationship.
Yeah. Look, I've seen them together. I don't know the fact these are friends. I think even if it was a match, I don't think they would have taken it hard because it is these two against each other. They are close friends. Probably played so much close friends. Probably played so many times that they probably dealt with relation. I think. Look, I don't think there can actually be a real loser here. Like you said, it's probably the best time to meet up, and it's probably the best time for this result to come.
I've got to admit, I've been impressed with Harry, but we didn't see the first leg, which is what Ryan won. But in this leg, I've been impressed with Harry. Ryan obviously had a fantastic Barcelona. He got to the final 8, which clinched him a playoff spot.
Yeah.
So you could argue that Ryan's playing with less pressure than Harry. Harry's part of a 5-man team, all of which are here today. 3 of which already have a playoff spot.
Yeah.
So Harry and Boris are the only 2 that don't. So you could argue they probably are feeling a lot of pressure here to try and catch up with their teammates.
Or more drive.
Equally, it could be seen the other way, that he has more desire than Ryan. I don't think Ryan is coming into this with any less desire, personally. I know he wants to come and win.
Yeah.
But yeah, Harry needs it. He needs it, and we're seeing that come through in the big second leg performance.
We're just seeing some last-minute formation changes to try and edge that advantage and get maybe a winner or equaliser. If Harry gets the goal, he will win 5-3. If Ryan gets the goal, it will be moving into extra time and potentially penalties.
I mean, Spencer's report is spot on there. He said it might come down that the last game is a hashtag showdown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's remarkable that you can do that from here.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
This is what you do.
I can't believe that so many of these games have come down to these last-minute goals and they're all the way to the end of the second leg. It really shows you that the quality on show not only is high, but there isn't a massive gap in abilities now, especially not as we get to the sort of latter stages of the Swiss format. As some players have already left us. It really does come down to small mistakes often, or moments of brilliance.
100%. And as you said, a lot of these have been tight, and a lot of them have been one player's been ahead in one game, and then the other, like it's 3-0 to one player.
Look at Dani Alves. This is why he plays Dani Alves.
It is valuable.
33 years old.
You do.
I'm not that old.
No, I'm joking.
Not far off.
But
here we go. Here we go. Marcelo. He's searching for that goal. Is that a mistake? Kevin De Bruyne. Oh,
there we go.
Great block.
That was a massive chance, a massive block. And
it's not over though.
It looks like Harry is taking this one.
Fair play to him for backing Kante on the yellow card, by the way.
I mean, he's proven us all wrong.
Yeah, it was a risk. It was definitely a risk, but he's shown why he's left him on. He's been really, really good in the middle.
And Ryan is doing some keepy-ups with his goalkeeper right now.
This is the friendship coming through. There we go.
That's interesting.
Game done. He knew it was over. I feel like if it went past that halfway line...
Yeah, we all know when the game gets to that point, if you just kick it past a certain point on the pitch, it's over. I think there's a bit of mutual respect coming through there.
That's a way of saying GG.
Yeah, so essentially there, Ryan's won the first leg, Harry's won the second, but Harry's won it by the extra goal, which is actually booked him a space in the next round, which is great.
He must be really happy.
But Ryan still has to get it, and it's going to have to be tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to have to be that one more win. Yeah,
it's going to be very, very interesting, but it's going to be interesting to see if what mindset he's going to come in tomorrow. But we've got a graphic coming up. As you can see, this is the Swiss style that we've been going for.
Yeah.
Mav, 20 players. I'll let you go for it.
You've got 20 players here. As you can see, they've got 3 losses, 2 wins. They're going to have big days tomorrow.
They've got 2 games left. They have to win them both.
Hashtag Boris, they're obviously of your team there. He's in there. We've got Footwiz Tom.
Yeah.
You've got NYC Chris. There are a lot of names in there. Salzor as well. There are a lot of names in there that you did not expect to see today.
Yeah, totally. And they've got no room for error now.
No room. Absolutely no room. But the way the Swiss format style works, some people are going to have to lose. And
we've already seen some. We haven't even seen the guys who have left the tournament already, but people have got 0 and 4.
Well, here's the Xbox.
Equally on the Xbox side.
In the same position. They need to get 2 wins, and we have the likes of hashtag Dreamer as well. He needs 2 wins. We have LP Dragon or Sean Allen.
Yeah, we have Footwiz Pricey, who obviously threw that lead in the game we saw as well. Massive lead to throw. We've got XL Shane as well. Again, names in there that you didn't expect to see. And
a lot of Brits, a lot of Brazilians in there.
A lot of Brits and a lot of Brazilians. But guys have to lose. It's that simple. To win for people have to lose for. And some of those names you did not expect to see, but they've got no margin for error, like you said.
They need a big Saturday. Obviously, we've got lots more action coming tomorrow on Saturday. Should we take a look at the format of what we've still got to see? So obviously, you guys are hopefully quite familiar with this Swiss format now.
Yep.
It's a 3-day tournament. Started off with 128 players, which is sensational. We've already lost quite a few, though. They've already gone. They're already packing their bags. But tomorrow, once we finish the Swiss format, we're moving into this knockout bracket. Last of 16, quarters, semi, and then we'll have a console final, which will decide the winner of the Xbox and PlayStation, respectively. And then we have the big grand final, which is between the 2 console champions. Everyone wants that, right? That's the big.
That's the big one.
That's the big prize. And then, of course, what are we doing this for? Apart from the kudos, apart from the trophy, apart from the pure hard cash, people are also trying to book themselves a spot in the playoffs, right? This is one of many ways you can get through to the playoffs, which is the only way you can get to the final. You have to go through the playoffs. We've got obviously an event on Xbox and an event on PlayStation there. If you can get into the playoffs and then get out of them, you can get into that FIFA E World Cup Grand Final, where we will ultimately crown the grand champion.
Who's it going to be?
Hey,
It's too early to say. We're going to lose some players and we're going to get some guys further into the tournament. Make sure you tune in, guys. We look forward to seeing more of you in the chat. And until then, see you when you're older. Don't go changing.